early in podcast land, I was like, all right, it's us at the top. I kind of got some information that everyone is not privy to. Let me come back and share it, and let's move accordingly. Hey, this is what they're saying up there. They think, well, no, let's figure it out. Let's think tank, and this is what we'll do. The problem is everybody's got a plan. You got a plan, you got a plan, you got a plan. Everybody's plan might not coexist.
This is new space. Relatively new space.
Okay, but niggas never come and say, hey, we just had creative differences. They never say that. They say, oh, he's a piece of shit, he stole, he robbed, he blah. That's what they say. So it's important to highlight these things. Everybody has a way to do things, and if you don't agree, then you can just not agree.
It's Hoffa, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars, I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work, you heard. Making fiends leave earth, you heard. Got your baby mama thirst, you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf, you heard. Told Jim I need a bomb I could drop on you niggas. Bad boy, I'm never gonna stop for you niggas. I don't give a fuck who you got is the illest. I solidify my spot with gorillas. Now I'm rock with you niggas.
What's your porn searches, bro?
Real life women.
Okay, you type that in. Real life women.
You never be checking Bronx stats?
You call them?
I call them. I have a catalog in my phone.
Yeah?
Real life shit I go to. I'm done. Those days are over for me.
Oh, so you just tell them come over and perform?
Or like OnlyFans. Like I got bitches I follow on OnlyFans, but these are women I know in real life. So I mean, I'm gonna text them while I'm watching.
You see, this is the type of shit.
And say some
Yo, I have actual porn stars come to my house to perform for me. And I sit back. When I feel like it, I call them up and say, I call them up and they want to call right now. Show up. Come over. Come over. And
I learned that from him.
That's a fact. He's the first
I
one.
learned that from him and him over there, actually. Y'all two niggas. Y'all taught me the game.
He been had the porno bitches.
I'm not flossing right now. I had to learn the game.
You want me to name? It's like that.
We here to talk today.
We got this like that. He loved the white bitches more though.
Oh, it's about to be crazy. I had no idea.
You ain't know?
No.
Oh, you don't know about Mac?
No. I don't know about Mac and the porn
This
stars
nigga
and all
was the
that.
First nigga.
Toast to you, Mac.
He used to be at Exotica on the low. Don't put me on camera.
This nigga
I'm just working the whores.
OnlyFans himself.
He loved the white bitches more than the black bitches.
You said he had an OnlyFans?
I'm lying?
You said Mecca got an OnlyFans?
That's not what I said.
Oh.
I'm lying?
Mecca still ain't saying
You know I don't forget nothing.
He's not saying nothing. Why would he?
He's trying
smart.
to sneak away with Pete Davidson. He's like, don't. Yeah, come on, nigga.
Yo, YouTube tried very hard to not let the world know that you were Pete Davidson's homeboy.
But why is
we
that
figured
a stat,
it out.
though?
Yeah, we figured it out.
We put it out there. We put it out there.
No, it didn't. That was so sensational. But why
y'all
is
niggas
that
ain't
a
shit,
stat?
man.
What's that a stat, nigga?
Lord forgive me.
Was that text message real?
What text message?
They sent the con.
You spoke to him since then?
Nah.
You ain't speak to him since?
I got something up there.
This is a media person.
Come up for air yet?
They just setting you up.
You ain't come up for air yet.
I'm not with the setup shit. I just like the straight conversation. These two guys, though, the two
Set up
Brooklyn
artists.
guys, oh my God. They
Set
throw
up
the ball
fucking
up,
artists.
dunk it, set up all day.
Yeah, nigga. Off the backboard.
This is gonna be a great show. I can already tell.
It feels like the Avengers.
I wanna.
Real shit.
I wanna just
Real
toast
shit.
to everybody.
I don't know who Captain America got you niggas, but 100 grand.
Salute.
Cheers.
You know?
Cheers.
Get
Bang,
this toast
bang.
off, just in case we ain't friends after this.
Yeah, it'd be like
There you
that.
go with this shit.
All right, we back. My Expert Opinion, episode 106. 106. Shout out to all the subscribers. If you're still looking for episode 100, it's coming We just trying to figure it out. We just trying to figure it out. Man. It's hard out here, you know what I mean? Hit that like, hit that share. Let everybody know you in here. Don't cost you no paper unless you's a mother hater. Now, tonight, oh man, we got a packed house. Got my man Smoke Dizza in the building. Shamin. Mac, we ain't seen you in a minute, man.
Just working.
Buster finally let you out the basement. Finally let you out.
You getting an early start.
Of course, we got Sean Bigger in the back.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. He's
clapping
gonna
for all
say
you.
6 words. It's gonna be the
Every one of
realest
y'all.
shit ever. And then the show's gonna be over. You know what I mean? Of course, my guy Heineken. Brooklyn.
day.
I had to put you on that side so we even it off. We gotta
understand.
even it off just in case. I gotta pop this way, you pop the other. You know what I mean?
Crossfire.
Yo, we got SO in the
Let's
motherfucking
go.
building with no sweatsuits or juice.
Where your sweatsuits at, nigga?
Where your sweatsuits
They
at?
just landed today. Next time we film, sweatsuits will be on.
I want a custom joint. I want one that nobody got.
It's only 40 that I made. So, I mean, they're very, you know what I'm saying? Nobody has them. It's only 40.
All right, cool. We figure it out. And we got my guy, one of the first people to show my platform love and support it. The king of podding. Podding. We're going to get into that word too. Podding.
Chill out.
Joe Budden. Woo, man. Podding.
blessed to be
What is
here.
podding, bro? What exactly is podding?
For me, what is it?
What is podding?
It's subjective.
Subjective.
It's subjective.
But it's like
There's a million different ways to pod. Podding is podding. I'm a podcaster.
right. But is there like a mode? Like, okay, I'm podding. That means I'm not like regular Joe no more. I'm podding. Like, what is it?
You know what it's like? Oh man, I ain't getting deep with y'all this. No, but you know what it's like? It's like when I got signed, they used to say, hey, do whatever you want on the album, but we need a single. Like for me, podding is, we in album mode. We in, let's get there. Let's talk about it in long form, whatever the fuck you want to do. Like really get into your bag now.
Right.
Not the single, not the business, not the surface, not the, it's that.
Yeah, we
that.
in that
It's a
mode.
frequency.
We in that
It's a
mode. It's a
frequency.
frequency.
Yeah, like everybody could turn a mic on. Everybody ain't podding.
Right. But okay, so here's the question:
exactly.
Are there things that you would say podding that you wouldn't say like regularly?
Well, yeah, because you're speaking about things in podding that don't really come up in my day-to-day conversation. My day-to-day conversations with my kids, they moms, my parents, my business associates. It ain't never gonna be nothing where it's like, did you see what Meg the Stallion women?
Right.
Like when we podding, all right, now we speaking to millions of people. You gotta be responsible for what you say. You gotta fact check, you gotta research. You gotta have something to say. That's my number one rule of podding. Have something to say. I tell that to my co-hosts. I tell that to all the co-hosts I've ever, anybody I talk to about pod, have something to say.
Right. Now, I played with this theory that society has gotten so fucked up, and I don't need to be cursing this early in the episode, but society's so twisted now that people are so detached from actually interacting with each other that they would rather sit down and watch other people talk to each other.
Yeah.
And that's just wild to me. And the amount of podcasts that's coming out now, it's just ridiculous.
It's flooded. But don't you think you do more than just podcasting?
Well, I do.
So why do you think that people got you in a podcaster's box because that's the one title that they can place upon it?
Well, that's a society thing. Titles and boxes make people feel comfortable with how they receive you and accept you, right? Like if you were introduced to me from Love and Hip Hop, it don't matter what I do today. You see Joe in the vest looking stupid in the green screen. Like that's what you know. You know that story that was told from that lens. If you know me from music, it's different. If you know me from blogs and mistakes, that's different. Like, it don't really matter what you do. So it's just about how people are introduced to you. Today, I'm a podcaster.
Right.
To other people, it's, oh, he's running a business.
Yeah, I got you.
But we've had those conversations. They've been introduced to me in that manner.
Right. Well, which leads me to my next question for the whole room. What's the top 5 podcast right now?
Ooh.
Wait, no. Nobody got no?
Oh, this one.
I'm about to say this one is
All right,
top
okay,
5.
all right, cool.
This one.
Joe's joint is number 1.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
You got Nori.
Drink champ.
It's
You got
smoke. It's smoke in there.
Smoke
It's
and drink.
$1 million.
$1 million worth of game is smoke. That's the 5.
Nah, there's a couple of more.
You said top
top
5.
5.
Top 5.
When you say top 6, 7, and 8.
Okay.
That's top 5.
But Joe, Uncle Murder, when he did the song, said there's too many podcasts out right now. Do you feel the market is oversaturated now? Oh, you think there needs to be more podcasts?
Nah, it's enough for everybody, right?
Who am I to put a limit on? But there was too many podcasts 4 years ago. You want to include, you want more people to run into the same blessings you ran into. Like, you don't want the door to close. Now, as it gets more crowded, you'll have to find a way to deal through how will you cut through the chaos?
The competition.
Do them up.
That's the
No,
same in
it's
music.
not even competition, it's the noise. When a lot of people flood in, normally quality control is the first thing to go. So now everybody with nothing to say has a microphone and access to say.
Heat rise. Heat rise.
I'd like to think so.
And
but
there's no such, no, it's a fact, see? And that's why I'm here. Facts.
I'd like to
In podcast world, no, that's why I'm here. There's too many, that's why I asked
That was
him
hit
to be
number
here.
1. That was hit number 1.
There's too many opinions that are floated as just, I feel like,
Right.
or hey, I think, and we don't know nothing about the source of this. We don't know you, nigga. We don't know where your brain comes up. We don't know none of that. I want to stay fact-based. So I don't know who the top podcast are. I'd have to look at the chart. Joe Rogan's number 1. But I mean, you have to go off. No, I know who my favorite podcasts are. I know the podcasts that I feel like
Which are?
move a
About to say,
needle.
what are those then?
My shit. Gilly. Nori. That's the top of the food chain right now.
I agree with that.
Are we talking are you talking numbers or culture?
I agree with that.
Period.
I think both.
Period.
I'm talking about the way he
I'm
feels.
talking period.
I think period.
Period. I'm talking about from the label standpoint. I'm talking about from a fan standpoint. I'm talking about from an identity standpoint. I'm talking about all of it.
Does Kevin Samuels count as a podcast?
He wouldn't know, but even if he did, he's not a top podcast.
I put him in as far as moving the needle is concerned.
What needle?
In hip hop culture
What
or just
needle?
culture?
No,
period?
culture. That's why I asked the question.
What needle?
As far as
The Red Pill Nation is what he's moving.
Yeah, stop it, yo. Stop it.
Which is-
That's
which-
why I'm here today.
Yeah.
Stop it.
so wait, those aren't conversations that are being had? Those aren't conversations that are being had? The dynamics between men and women and black men specifically, those aren't conversations that pop up everywhere, and his name don't jump off in 75% of them or his opinion or his stance.
Yeah, I can say that.
That's a
Dude.
lot. I don't think 70.
Yeah, he gets mentioned a lot.
No, bro. If it's not his name, it's one of his or something he put in the ether.
He's definitely stamped himself as that guy, but I wouldn't say that.
I hear his ideas reverberated in a lot of different corners and a lot of different spaces and a lot
Like
of
what?
different conversations.
Like what?
What? Any of these relationship shows I see,
Yeah,
when
they're
the men,
used-
when it's time for the men to rebut, they come with a Kevin Samuel point.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the women hate him, because he's got a couple of points that some of them can't get around. So I see that moving the needle, and that brings it back to moving the needle.
Let's have some fun. Let's go through it. I fuck with Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
You hear this audio where?
Say it again.
Where do you hear this audio?
Up and down YouTube. You want me to give you specific sites? I couldn't do that.
Are you talking about the reactors? Like people that react to his content? I see that a lot.
Those.
So you're not hearing his audio anywhere.
His audio?
You're not hearing audio of Kevin Samuels anywhere other than YouTube and Instagram.
True.
So then why are you introducing?
Oh
his
no,
name
in
into a
Spotify.
podcast
In
conversation?
Spotify when I'm on
He's
it.
on Spotify?
He's on Spotify. I hear him on Spotify. No, excuse me. His conversations are what I'm talking.
Okay, so
You
that's-
said moving the
so
needle.
that's-
You said moving the
But
needle.
starting the conversation is not moving the needle.
I didn't say he started the conversation.
No, but he is a conversation starter.
Okay.
He is a water cooler topic. I'm not going to dignify this with you because it's the same topic. You could frame it a million different ways, but it's the same topic. And it comes up to the same people.
Right.
That's speaking to a community, that's a subreddit. Why are we talking about it?
Not a podcast.
That's an ill.
That's crazy because I actually wanted to know because
Listen,
I thought he was
It would
a
be the
podcast.
same. It would be the same as, and these. I won't even say their name, so I'm not getting into that. But there's a few people that have their niche carved, and that's what it is. But when we having a culture conversation, you've been in this enough. You've been in it. Everybody here has been in this long enough. That's why I come here. Like Gilly and them, who else tonight? Nori and them. You can feel the synergy that goes through there when artists go through there and why they're going through there. Like, that's culture. That's not, hey, do you think that high value men should, like, that's.
Right.
But so we're not going to do that today.
In fairness-
That's with all due respect to Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
I've interviewed him. It's my highest viewed video on
6 million easy.
It's my highest viewed video on YouTube. And when I brought him in there, nobody had any idea other than Ish. Like my business people, all right, you want to talk to this guy? Talk to him. Highest viewed video. So clearly he has something to say and he articulates it well. He's carved his lane. And that's what everybody is doing out there. But it's a lot of congestion in the lanes. And we need people like you to be able to identify the difference between them.
Right. I agree with that.
I'll leave it alone.
I'm staying on the topic
I'm
of
here
podcast.
today, man. I'm here today.
This jumper is
I
on.
told you niggas, I told you niggas I'm here today.
Okay. All right.
Now, on the subject of podcasts, I feel like
I love when Math get all podcasty. No on the subject of. Yo, you literally
this
punch
sometimes.
niggas in the face on stage. On the subject of podcasting. Yo, you niggas are so cute, yo. I love to see it though. I love to see it.
He's with the cute. He's with the cute.
I love to see it, man.
He's still
He's
Brooklyn in
with the
his
cute.
blood.
We from Brooklyn, man. He's with the cute.
Got it.
On the subject of podcasts, like I was saying, I feel like chemistry is a really big deal. And I forgot to ask you this before you walked in here. Is there anything that you don't want to talk about?
You can't even keep a straight face.
No, you can shoot.
All right, chemistry is very
You
important.
can't edit it out if I don't give it to you.
Can't you?
You didn't get that. If he don't say nothing that you don't,
Yeah,
that
you
you're not
not
gonna
in
use, you
control of
can't
that.
cut
That's
it
on
out. It's on him.
You can ask whatever the fuck you want to ask.
Okay.
There's certain shit I will be tactful in discussing.
Tactful.
Yeah,
Chemistry.
I'm normally without tact.
How important is chemistry with you and your co-host?
Most important thing.
Most important.
Most important thing. Number one on the board at all times.
Right.
Chemistry is the intangible thing that black people are hired at these companies to explain to other people. You can't get it when you're looking at a sheet.
Right.
You might not understand. That's where convincing comes in. Chemistry is the most important thing.
I agree.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I agree.
What you always say, also the synergy of having humans come together and have that fluidity that they know how to control their anger with amongst each other, be honest with each other, also be reserved, let somebody cook. Kind of like how Golden State, they'll let Klay Thompson cook, even though Steph is the star for that moment. So
Well,
that
you're moving into that space too soon.
Okay,
You're
understood.
going there.
I
You're
didn't
going
know.
there.
I didn't know.
Would you say you have better chemistry now than you did before?
I was just about to
That's not fair to say.
Why is not fair to say?
Because chemistry existed in both. That's how both succeeded.
Right.
I'm in year 2 with my guys currently. And I've known both of them longer. So it's different.
And that was important to pick.
You would have never convinced me that that would happen there. But in year 5, it's different.
Right.
That could happen here. That could happen here. That could just happen somewhere. And we won't know. But chemistry was there with both.
Well, being somebody
They
who's,
don't succeed without.
being somebody who's been through that, what would you say are the warning signs that you would have to look for before we get to year 5 and run into what are some similar issues that you've been?
Oh man, I could sit here for days, but I wouldn't get
What was
into
the
it.
main thing? Just give me the
Everybody
main
gotta be-
thing.
Everybody has to be comfortable with themselves. That's the number one thing. You just got to be comfortable with you and who you are and what you represent at all times. From Joe Budden TV days, when I just had a camera,
I remember those days.
me too, vividly.
Yeah. That was 10,
'Cause for
280.
me,
Yeah.
I didn't have a label, I wasn't producing music, I was in lawsuits, and that was my thing that I had to come, when you're thinking of a way, like that was my thing. And at some point, it got big, and nobody wanted to do it. Or, once it got big, everybody changed. My view of that was from behind the camera. I'm not in this, but boy, do I see it. And I gotta go, I'm the one tasked with going to have to think of a way around it. Eventually I just said, fuck it, and something else started going on. Maybe I went back to rapping, I don't remember. But Love and Hip Hop, same thing. And this is what they on season whatever. Every year, it never fails. Niggas be the coolest in the world. And then when that camera get on,
It's different. It's different.
I come from hip hop. So I know these niggas be the stage name and it be that. It's different. So I'm pretty good at just spotting when it's gonna get different.
And that's usually around the success.
No, not necessarily. No.
Is it
No.
a time frame or an attitude, or what's the warning signs?
I mean, I get people, everybody's asking this question, but you're successful in your field. You're successful in your field. You guys are successful in your field. I'm pretty sure you've seen it already. I've seen it.
I know what you're asking me, so I'm gonna answer it because that's why I'm here. The very first time I had to think about it being an issue in podcast space was we fought in the Spotify negotiation, me and my partners, for marketing. It's really a branding play, right? And you gotta show me the marketing. And the marketing plan was genius. I put a billboard here. We was designing this. Like we was drawing this up. They didn't know.
Right.
Yo, have them all pop up at the same time. Yo, 1 week, then 1 week. Like we was bugging.
Yeah.
But it's only my name that's on the contract.
Is it security? Was it security?
Spotify is a big company. Their perspective is, we have a contract with you. We're putting you on the billboard. We work this out. We're covered. You fuck up, we're covered. You going up there. They didn't sit right with the guys. They didn't sit right with the guys at all. And they asked about it. Maybe they should have. It's not Spotify explaining to them why they can't be on it. It's me.
Right.
Play it in your head.
Yeah.
Stop.
that might not be their story.
You talking too much
That
already.
might not
He
be.
talking too much already. It's too much talking already. Play that out in your head amongst a friend group.
Nah, I understand it.
We already know
Trust
once you
me, bro.
told the story, it was playing out.
My shit is light speed. I already see it.
Dog.
I see how it goes.
It's nasty. It's
I've
nasty.
seen it. I've
You
seen it.
think I want to be in that position? Like telling niggas I love or explaining to niggas I love rules that I don't make? They said, yo, go ask him. I went and asked. Yo, nah, we ordered the phone. Should we put my niggas up there? No. All right. That don't sit right. Shit like that don't sit right.
So do they
But
feel
your
like you can
reaction
afford
to
comment?
it, I can't speak to how nobody else feel. Niggas ain't here.
Did they want you to dead the Spotify thing? Like, you know how some dudes be like, if they ain't gonna show all of us love, then we all out.
No.
Okay, then.
Well, what about
None of that was shown to me at all. This is a conversation in hindsight.
Understood.
This is a hindsight conversation. We know more today than we did yesterday. But in that moment, no, I don't think I should have been the guy to come back and tell niggas I fuck with any of that shit.
Right.
But I understood it. And if niggas didn't understand it, they don't normally say in that moment, nah, we don't understand that.
Right.
It just kind of goes, because we men and who the fuck is expressive. But things like that happen, and you just notice. And you're like,
But what about
This
the
ain't- this ain't
previous
something
loyalty though? Like, if I started this and we building this thing and it's being built and you're getting paid, you know what I'm saying? It's like us right here, right now. You know what I'm saying? Like we done built and we're doing great things and we're moving up. And you've been solid the whole entire time. If one thing goes wrong, I'm not gonna think that you're just trying to leave me out or something.
But
You know what I'm saying?
you
Like,
don't know.
I'm thinking past that
Everybody
because
has a
it's-
different psyche. Everybody is dealing with their own shit. So sometimes it might not be that. It might be a situation that happened before that's still haunting them, or in the back of their mind, they're thinking there's a possibility. Especially when you gain something, when you have something. Joe's been dealing with being a celebrity for a long time. For a long time. But when like there's brand new people, and these brand new people have a brand new fame, and they're starting to like really appreciate it, the next thing that happens is, what if it goes away?
What about I still go back to what about the loyalty though? Like he don't have to have me on. He don't gotta have me on no show, right? I'm on this show and we moving,
Right.
And something occurs that don't sit right with me. I'm not just moving away and going to Han saying, you know what, Mav did this shit on purpose. Somehow he knew some way he don't want us on the fucking
yeah,
billboard.
but that's early. Nobody did that. We've had that moment and we kept pushing.
Right.
This is
The
a
funny thing is-
conversation in hindsight.
Right after, that happened, this happened. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. But that's another conversation. It's another conversation. But let's stay on the topic of chemistry.
Yo, and just to be clear, mad podcasters out there going through this.
Yeah.
Like this is not a
It's-
Joe
it's not
specific.
Happening right now
Yeah, it's
with
not.
a lot of people.
Yo, nah,
It's happening with you?
Nah.
Yeah.
People's
But this goes
Next week.
on,
Next-
and if you go,
Not next week.
if you go through it, you kind of understand all the intricacies of why it goes on like that.
So what could you have done differently in retrospect and hindsight? Was there anything you could have done different?
Yeah, it was mad shit I could have done differently.
Hindsight's 2020, so it don't matter.
No, but
He's
it's
on
mad-
one today.
It's mad shit I could have done.
This is not to
Play
place blame or anything, but no, if we can
To
help
give-
avoid the situation for
listen,
somebody else
to
who's
give knowledge
listening.
to the
Exactly.
That,
Well,
that
no, no.
situation will be avoided. I'm insulated correctly today.
Right.
And as a businessman, that's kind of what you learn. You got to be insulated correctly. The people that you're trying to help could be the ones to hurt you. So you got to keep a strong
man.
barrier up
Ain't
at all
that
times.
the fuck?
The same thing that they were guilty of, I was guilty of. We had the friend glasses on. Like, had I not had the friend glasses on all the way through, and I was just on my business shit, because I'm a different beast back there, oh man, this would have been,
Yeah,
A, B, C, and D.
yeah.
It's nothing. This is how it goes. This is what's up.
I got the friend glasses on, so we don't see that shit till this shit is about to fucking implode. And now it's all this emotion in here. Niggas ain't handling shit right. Niggas ain't
Well,
talking.
let's
niggas
keep
is
the
all
emotion
nasty.
going. Do you still got love? You still love them?
I love everybody. I got love everybody. What are you talking about?
Would you ever work with them again?
No. Not today.
Not today. Not today.
Maybe tomorrow.
Can't speak for
Maybe tomorrow. Maybe next week.
Because I can't speak to, that's not a concern of mine. I know where I was at when that happened. I felt like I couldn't progress my business with that infrastructure.
Right.
That's deep.
I was handicapped. I was handcuffed.
Right.
And honestly, they needed to go and own shit. They need to go and own their own shit.
To see what it is, and then maybe
Go do it. I used to say that about Jersey City rappers. Y'all can't wait for another one of you niggas to make it.
then
So
you'll
y'all can
understand the hate that comes with it.
Y'all just talking. But I want you to get it. This ain't a Joe thing. So no, I think everything happened the way it was supposed to happen. I think I definitely could have went about it better.
All right. You can choose to answer this one or not. So who would have won in the fair one?
Jesus Christ.
No?
By just punching at stars. By just punching at stars.
Hey, it's just got, hey.
What the hell is wrong with this guy?
Yo, Joe, what's some business tactics that you've seen? Like, 'cause you've negotiated multi-million-dollar deals, and a lot of black people don't know what goes on in these rooms when they go in to negotiate or policies. What are some things people should be aware of, or
I don't know.
you don't know at all?
Tell me about shit.
Okay.
My nickname for Joe, and he don't know this, is Joda. Joda. You know how
That's a
Joda's
good
one.
and riddles is?
Yeah.
Every time I sit talk with this guy, I'm like, you know what? Let's just
Because you've
concentrate on being
negotiated with
friends. because I'm
Spotify,
not
you've
gonna get
negotiated with
nothing.
Patreon, music, record labels, and things of that nature. And the knowledge you delve in and give to the people, especially when you were going through your turmoil.
It's expensive.
Bro,
It's
let it go.
knowledge is
Let it go.
Consultation.
Consultation. Listen. I did this last Friday. I did this last Friday. It didn't work.
Yes,
Doesn't
my
work,
nigga.
bro. Doesn't work.
Pay me,
But
nigga.
staying
Tell
on
everybody
the
to
topic.
Pay me, nigga.
Staying on the topic.
How much you
Because it don't matter what I say, right? Like, eventually, you got to go in there and negotiate it.
There you
Yeah,
go. You right?
And I can tell you everything to do before the fight.
Listen.
And you got to go sit there, and you might not have the balls to say that shit there, or to this person, or to whoever they're going to bring to that table. Because
that's
they
my
got 90
apology.
different people they can send your way. Like,
I
it
should have
get deep.
told
It
you.
ain't for me to say.
Yes, I
I
fucked
start
that up.
talking, niggas hear it and try to use my words against me. Like, it ain't a play I wrote. So no,
Bang.
I'm cool.
Now speaking of chemistry.
On podcasting. Now speaking of,
It says some bullshit we about to
listen.
spin into
Yo,
right
let me
now.
tell
You
you
can
something.
tell.
My transitions are samurai-like. Fire.
no, you killing this shit.
Man.
I gotta shake your
You're
hand.
doing great.
I want you to look into this camera and say, Math pays all his bets.
No, Mav definitely pays all his bets on time.
There it is.
But he
you
didn't
can
even
bet
blink.
money with me.
What bet y'all at?
That the Lakers wasn't going to get the 9th spot in the West over the Pelicans.
The Pelicans wasn't going past them in the seat.
Here we
And
go.
it did. And he did. And Esso, this was one of the first things that he wanted to talk about. The fucking Lakers, man. Yo,
Because, man, they set me up one time talking about the Lakers, and I told them, I'm like, yo, you can't carry somebody to 10th place. He's playing with the team. These are the two biggest LeBron fans on YouTube. And I want to talk about the Lakers, like how they bum scumming right now. Let's talk about it.
Not bum scumming.
Yes, they bum scum right now, and let's talk about it. But they don't want to talk about it. They got Joe here. They want to ask Joe, let me ask you a question, Joe. Let me ask you a question, Joe. Let me ask you a question, Joe.
No,
Talk
I
about
mean-
the Lakers.
Yeah, we're gonna talk.
I don't have any input on the Lakers.
none. It's a Westbrook's fault.
Yes.
You can't blame Westbrook.
Nah, it's not Westbrook's
Yes.
fault. LeBron and them is getting old, and they can't check nobody. That's it. They can score, but they can't stop nobody. These young boys is jackrabbits, and they see he mad already. These boys is jackrabbits, and they young, and they running around the court, and they can't keep up with nobody. I saw Bobby Jackson murder Westbrook from the start of the game, do tricks on him in the fourth quarter. This is crazy. We seeing Minnesota taunt Westbrook. We seeing LeBron shoot up wild shots and not pass the ball because he don't think nobody else gonna shoot the rock. I told this man when the season started, he's too old to be dropping 30 a game. He's gonna wear down.
Right.
Ask him. I said he's gonna wear
but
down.
look,
He didn't stop dropping
sometimes
30 a game, though.
But he wore down. He got hurt.
Let's not front, bro. Like when we saw
Here we go,
we
see?
saw that post go up with Melo, Westbrook, and LeBron
Everybody-
and AD.
Ask him what I said.
Niggas just like,
Ask this man what I said.
This
You know
is
what he said?
What did I
crazy.
say?
No, I'm gonna tell you what he said. He said LeBron needs to retire.
Yeah.
And I said, all right, cool. He gave his
you don't like
reasons, because
LeBron.
he said,
No, that's not the case.
no.
They
And
love LeBron,
No,
so
no,
I gotta
oh,
bring
all
them
right,
back
cool.
down to size with it. You know what I'm saying?
So he said,
like
No.
they
All right, he
with
won't let the
LeBron.
conversation.
See,
Hold on.
they're emotional with
Oh,
LeBron.
no,
They're
no,
so
realistically-
emotional with
No,
LeBron.
no.
We have to.
We
Get him on camera.
He been breaking records all season, bro. We're not blaming him. There's no blaming
forget all
LeBron
that
for this.
point. He said LeBron needs to retire because you can't be that great of a player.
Yo, you bugging.
No. Listen. You
He's
can't-
remixing, but I'm not gonna interrupt.
No.
him.
That's cool. He said you can't be dragging a team to 10th place, right? I said
Dragging?
No, don't cut it off. I said that makes sense.
Yeah.
I said, does KD need to retire since he's dragging the Nets to 10th place? They both averaging 30. They both taking the same amount of shots.
They got different situations.
Thank you,
What is that?
Dizza.
What's the different
Somebody's
situation?
in here talking
What's the
right.
different situation?
What's the different situation right now, my nigga?
I mean, Kyrie is a part-time player. You got a
No, he
part-time
full-time now.
now.
Now. This
By the way,
is how you know,
by the
Joe.
way-
This is how you know they
by the
love
way,
LeBron.
No pressure. I want my money.
Oh yeah, he owe
want
you
my
a
money.
rack. He owe you
Let's
a
change
rack.
the subject
I want
now,
money. Nah,
because they're gonna make excuses
All
for
right, so
LeBron.
realistically, on paper, we see it. We're like, yo, this looks incredible.
Absolutely.
We don't expect things to go this
They,
way.
they're in the lottery right now.
You know what it reminds
That's
me of?
crazy to me.
You know in a way what it reminds me of? Slaughterhouse.
Oh shit. son.
You a
What
funny
happened?
nigga.
He potting right now.
Oh, he's
in a way.
Yo,
like,
Joe is talking like an assassin.
He's potting.
what
He's
happened?
potting.
Recently, we saw a whole lot of arguing
My God, what a
online. Whole lot of arguing online. We even sat in this shop and discussed it with this guy right here.
And Pete
My
Davidson.
guy right there.
Yeah.
My guy.
That's your guy.
come on.
Now I'm looking at the arguments. I could tell there's so many things that wasn't being said, which leaves the rest of us kind of confused because it's like gaps that we just don't get. We see the love. We always see the love. Even when things are being said like SMD, we know like, okay, the reaction is still like, you my brother, we're gonna talk about that, but you know, it's not even like, what you said, nigga, where you at? Nigga, I'm pulling up. It's none of that. It's still love
Oh, you
amongst the
talking-
four of
You
y'all.
talking about when Joel told me suck his dick?
No, when you was like, that album could.
That was an incorrect quote then earlier because you just said SMD, but when you said what I said, you said that album could suck my dick, which is that's different.
Okay, so Joel told you that on the live?
Yeah. Niggas
Just
don't hear
ask
what
him.
Joe do, yo.
I know. Yo, we didn't.
I didn't hear that Joel said that.
I'm sorry.
I know y'all didn't.
And you know, in Slaughter, it's kind of
It's okay.
easy to miss what he's been.
I heard
It's kind
what
of
Joe
easy to
did.
miss what
Nobody
Joel's been
worried.
doing.
It's fine. But what was you saying? Your question
What
was?
happened, man? What happened? What's this whole
What
thing
happened?
about, man?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. How would I know?
Okay, can we just sit here and make it up for the next 5 minutes?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead.
I think you guys had a terrible situation at Shady. True. Now you just give me a nod, Joda.
Oh, you're looking for me to
Yeah,
approve
just
some of
to-
these things.
Yes, Joda. Come on.
I said, Joe would say,
Mm-hmm.
I would say that, but that's why I don't really. I'm not comfortable discussing slowdown shit because everybody's right. Like everybody just could say their version of
Right.
how they felt and how they viewed things,
Right.
and that would be correct to them.
But here's
In
the
my
question.
version,
In your
I
question.
was getting the fuck out of there. I said that. I sat
Right.
here and said that.
Now, did Podcast Joe destroy Slaughterhouse's chances of getting
No, I was getting out of there before a podcast ever happened.
right?
I was getting the fuck out of there.
But there was a lot of complications that happened after Podcast Joe spoke up. on
No,
certain
it was
things.
no. See, that's another version. It was complications before Podcast Joe ever existed.
Right, they were, but did it get worse?
That's what complications do if you don't address them at their core.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they did.
Right.
But those matters existed
Mm-hmm.
before Podcast Joe took off.
So it didn't
Hey,
have
man,
nothing to do with you.
We put a slaughter. No, I mean in Joe's version, no.
Nah,
not at all. You gotta remember, we put out an album, right?
Mm-hmm.
With Shady, our Shady debut.
Right.
And then we went and recorded a whole nother album. That part don't get talked about.
Whole
Them
nother
niggas
album.
flew
Glass
out here.
House.
Glass House. They flew out. How expensive this gets. If we get out of artist brain, we pay to put them up somewhere. We pay to have Arab, Justice League, fucking I don't even remember because my memory's bad.
Right.
Just Blaze, Q-Tip. I'm forgetting
This is
people.
all the production on the second
You
album.
said Cardiac.
Cardiac. And there's one more
Primo?
killer that I'm forgetting. Not
Elmont.
Fam.
Right.
Hey, go just live in the studio for 30 days to a month.
Right.
Figure it out. That sounds crazy. Hey, put some videographers in there, film the whole. This is an expensive operation. We recorded that.
The whole thing.
Hey, and then, yes, or if it wasn't complete, enough songs, a bass. I found so 14 songs to work with, or how many songs, right?
Right.
Who fucking remembers? And then we did 2 mixtapes.
In that same month.
Not the same month.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
just in the span of
At
time.
post Shady debut. After that album, there were 2 mixtapes and an album recorded
Right.
before Joe ever did a podcast. See, we keep talking about Joe's retirement. No, Joe was active, showing up, willing to rap
Right.
on good faith.
On good
It's
faith.
not like this business was great. The business is bad, and I'm here on good faith. The straw for me was, wait, we just did that whole album and nobody can tell me why it's not coming out? I asked that to the group. I asked that to the producers. I asked it to Q-Tip. I asked it to Just Blaze. I asked it to anybody with ears. It's me. Y'all know me.
Were you on the song that popped up on Music to Be Murdered By?
What is that?
The Slaughterhouse record.
Session 1.
Were
that
you
what it was
originally
I
on
don't
that
know what
song?
Music to Be Murdered By is.
Slaughterhouse. So check yourself. Wreck yourself. I know you didn't. Okay, you were not
Music to
originally
Be
on
Murdered
that.
By is Eminem's album.
Yeah.
And I think he put
No,
a
Joe didn't
Slaughterhouse
be
track
nowhere
on
near
it.
none of that.
You
No,
weren't
I'm
on
saying
it.
the record was
wasn't
obviously a
original.
Slaughterhouse record.
Oh, I don't know nothing about, no. I don't know nothing.
You want me to play it? I can play it.
No, I don't wanna
You
hear
can
it.
tell me if you ever heard the beat. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it. Okay,
But I
cool.
don't think I was ever a part of any of that. I don't have
Part of any of
information on
that.
He wasn't on Session 1, if that's the song you talk about.
No, he's talking about a different song.
Oh, okay.
Different song, which sounded like a Slaughterhouse record that I assumed.
I can't speak to
Joe
the
was
creation
removed
of
from.
records I wasn't there for.
All right. So the Shady situation in my
Wait, so nobody's putting that album out? That's all heat. It's fire.
right. But why?
This is coming off of our album not being received well because it was too, whatever you want to call it. It wasn't too commercially, whatever they were saying. It wasn't, wasn't for the fans, too much Skylar Gray, whatever they said. But Joe was beefing during that. So I wasn't a happy camper then either. Like, no, I'm not getting on that song.
But realistic, did
No, I
you
don't like that
complicate things?
I complicate things.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you.
He's saying,
I'm there to complicate
Complicate
things.
things. Right.
I'm there to say what the fuck. Oh, wait, nobody gonna say that? I'm not the guy niggas could come tell something to on the side and then y'all getting here and then switch up. I'm never switching up nowhere. You could bet on me like the sun coming up in the morning. That's who I am.
Okay.
So yeah, why are we doing that song? I don't want to be on that song for a few of the songs, not the whole project.
Right.
But I'm saying the album that we did, because that's off on a tangent. The album we did was us. That's why all those super producers were there, because it was us taking control of, and allegedly they were allowing it. So if y'all are allowing it and y'all just spent all that money and we just did that, where's this album? Never got in. To this day, we still don't know.
It's never coming out because Joe
Who knows?
said some things about Eminem's album.
Oh, that's not true.
And we will
That's
never
not true.
drop a record with Joe.
That's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true.
It's not.
That's not true. Joe said some things on Everyday Struggle in 2017 about the Revival album. I want to say, I'm on 2015.
2015, right?
Yeah, we fact
2
checking.
years later.
Checking.
Yeah, we fact checking. However, you know.
He said 2
what?
years
No.
went by.
However what?
2
2 years went by, and nothing
but you
happened.
didn't drop any music in that 2 years, did you? Did
Yeah,
Slaughterhouse
I did.
drop
No, I
music?
dropped another album.
Music and, yeah,
I dropped the whole other album. I went to
Not
rap.
you. I'm talking about Slaughterhouse. That was under
No,
Shady.
there would be no more from that. I'm removing myself from that, y'all. I'm done now.
But that was that your way of removing yourself?
No, that
I'm
was-
gonna
that-
shit on M's album.
All right, I don't know what you're saying right now. I'm telling you, I removed myself years ago, and you keep fast forwarding saying, "Was that your way?"
Right.
No, my way was telling everybody, "Yo, I'm not doing this." You keep trying to make it something else.
I'm not trying to make it something else. I'm trying
I told
to
everybody,
I'm trying
not
to see
doing
the
this.
reason.
I will never rap on Shady again.
Right.
Now, what are
would
you
never
saying?
Okay, you would never rap on Shady again. Now, this is a situation where you have 3 partners. They have a situation at Shady also, as well as you. The Slaughterhouse imprint is underneath, is kind of stuck in that deal, right? And you're out here saying what you're saying. How easy
Wait, time
how
out,
easy
time
is it
out,
going to
time
be to
out.
get up out of
You're
it?
just making
Isn't it
shit.
2 years later? Am I missing?
Yeah,
Didn't he
it's
say
my
this is
fault.
2 years
Yeah, you
later?
bugging me out here. Why are they stuck in a deal?
He said he didn't say nothing until 2 years later, so they had a chance to basically drop it, do whatever that they was gonna do. Now 2 years later, now I'm speaking out about it. You wasn't gonna drop it
Well, no,
regardless.
he spoke out
2
about
years later,
Eminem's
I'm
album.
retired.
Yeah,
now.
he
What,
spoke
it
out
don't
about
matter
M's
no
album.
more.
Right.
Okay.
So even on Everyday Struggle, whatever I said that really pissed people off over there, that was the mild version of saying something for me.
Right.
Because I have a relationship, I know what's going on, my guys over there, I'm gonna keep it. That's my first year doing the broadcast thing, right?
Yeah.
I was trying to keep it cool.
The big hat Joe.
But people are sensitive. No, big voice Joe. Like my voice was just growing about it. It's 4 times a week on the biggest hip hop show that exists. Yeah, that's a loud voice. And people are sensitive, and that put people in a bind, and that was tough. That was a tough spot.
Well, how tough was it for rapper Joe that was sitting there, who's sent so many shots at the biggest names in the industry, and then finally, after your retirement, you get a shot from arguably the biggest name,
What shot at what? What are you talking about?
M,
What shot?
sends a shot at you on the
Oh,
record.
dude.
So now Drake didn't want to take the challenge.
When did he get so salacious?
Hov didn't want to take the challenge.
He wasn't always this way.
I'm just saying. These are things I want to know.
You chased the salation.
I'm trying to figure it out because it's like, for me, all right, look.
It's
So,
like you
all
have
right,
like
I've been working on
complex.
a,
Like
I've
you
been
trying to
working
get all
on
the
a,
clickbaity shit out the way early.
got
Like
to,
thug
anyway.
act.
You see, this is how he's gonna try to water down. What
No,
I'm
I'm
saying.
just saying, go ahead, get
Look.
your shit off. You
No.
asked me about shit I don't even remember. M
I don't
diss.
have to rap.
I don't have nothing to say about an M diss.
I'm not close to where you at, but I don't have to rap no more. But I still want to rap. I still want to rap. And judging by what I saw with your arguments with the rest of Slaughterhouse, there's a part of you that's like, yeah, I still want to rap too. If y'all done worked that situation out the right way, then I would have been a part of it. Boom, Joe Budden comes back. Oh, Jet, Slaughterhouse, they back. Oh, Joe's rapping again. So there's a part of you that's like, I want to rap. I want to know, when you get the opportunity to go at one of the biggest names in the game after everybody else kind of ducked you. Drake was like, nah, he really ain't going that way. He said a little something, but he wasn't really going that way.
I don't need an
Hov did.
opportunity. I don't need an opportunity to diss a rapper.
I'm not saying you need the opportunity,
But
I'm
you had
saying
one. You saying you had one
you had,
Why do I have one?
boom.
because he took he took a shot at
He
you.
took
See,
the first
I
shot.
don't view the world in the way that y'all are talking about.
See, we got to get
I don't
used
view
to
the
like
world
this
in the way
new
that
Joe.
y'all are talking about. Another man don't ever dictate
You know what I
my
mean?
action or my thought. Like my action and my thought is because I have processed this myself. Awesome that a rapper of that magnitude threw it out there because for whatever the reason be, but the reason don't matter. Like if I want to diss him, I can just diss him. And if his name is attached, y'all know clickbait culture, then hey, Joe Budden disses Eminem and that's what it looks like. I'm not just getting out of the bed.
what you saying? You still got time for it?
Shit. You be doing that all fucking day. You know how many
totally
niggas have dissed
agree.
me?
But you used to do that all day. That's the whole thing.
When I was outside and dared anyone to do it. And nobody ever did it.
The first time I ever heard of the game,
Nobody ever did it.
it was when Joe was taking
But that's
care.
why I can sleep comfortably
saying?
today. That's why I can laugh when people do these things. Hey man, I'm in the house chilling. But when I was there,
Right.
y'all know it's me.
All right,
It's me still.
So here's a question for when you was there.
Hey, some things don't change.
Yeah,
at all.
So here's a question for when you was there. Do you think Game was clout chasing when he took a shot at you?
Do I think
Game was clout chasing when he took a shot at
I'm
you.
used to talking about so many men? But I just
Come on. This is my expert
Why are you
opinion.
You're asking me about 2004 and 5?
Because
No, I don't
People
think he
still
was
have an
clout
interest.
chasing. I think that he took something I said a different way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he was backed by some people, and it was a new act, and I was backed by some people, and we're here now.
right.
But no, I think I said something in a rap. He heard it, he don't know me, he don't know how to take that. It sound like what he thought it sounded like, and now we got beef. That's how quick stupid little rap beef pops off.
Simple as that.
You don't even know each other.
That's funny. Because recently Whack 100 said Game has a Eminem diss record called The Black Slim Shady. And I wanted to see if I connect those two because I don't really see why. Like, I get it. You want your name in the same category as this guy. I get that. That's to me, but that's the clout chase, right? But
I mean, he's
are
going for his
we looking for that?
Maybe it's just competitive nature. Game strikes me as a very competitive dude, and he doesn't want to come in second to anybody. And when he started mentioning himself in the same vein as a versus with M, people out and out dismissed him, or at least that's how it came across. Like, you with M? Oh, yo, why can't I? Whoa, I can't be in the verses with M? Get the fuck. Yo, you think I can't? Yo, fuck out of here. Here we go.
Right.
That's the battery. So that just looks to me like, I don't know if you can consider it a clout chase, but for me, it just seems like I'm not taking a back seat to this dude. Like, fuck that. If you think I can't compete with him, you're out of your fucking mind. This is what it looks like when I put the pen and pad down.
Right.
So that's how I saw that one.
I
shit
think
is
he's just
just a
trying to get his
concept.
money.
It's just the concept, man.
There's a concept.
That shit sound like a rap song, man.
It is a rap song.
No, I'm
Apparently.
saying,
about
but
to-
it sounds like a concept to a rap song. I don't really think it's clout chasing.
At all?
I just think it's ironic though.
I mean, that's what the game do though. Not clout chasing, but just, name dropping is a part of
That's his
the
thing.
scheme.
Right.
But
Rap
it's part of the
scheme.
controversy too, just not to bring it up, but the song with Kanye, the Kim K, and all that stuff. So why would he not further the controversy? Let's keep going with it. I got my name back in people's mouths. Maybe I can drop a record. Let me just keep going with this process, my nigga. Like, cause it, talk about M diss me, now he's a factor again now. Were we talking about him prior to all of this much?
No.
Hell no.
And on top of that,
Niggas need their money.
he didn't get to perform at the Super Bowl. Who's he gonna target? He already beefed with 50. He can't beef with Mary J,
I don't think he
Kendrick.
give a fuck about that.
Yes, he do give a
That's
fuck about
cap.
not performing at that Super Bowl.
How could he be mad at them? They ain't not involved. They not in
Some
charge.
niggas is bugged out, Smoke. He be like, who am I gonna pick? I
think
should have
he
been
just
there with
called
So you
him.
telling me you got a
He's
whole
just
album
causing
called The
controversy.
Doctor's
Yeah.
Advocate.
Yeah.
And Dr. Dre is out there
In
producing
LA.
all the talents that that had the greatest success, and you're not up there, and you don't feel away.
He's not part of those in that magnitude, though. Those people that he had up there.
We understand
That's
that.
a
But
different
what's
thing.
his mind like?
Mad as hell.
What's his mind like?
He used
mad
to say
as
beefed
hell.
with Dre before that. Remember,
who's to say
he
Dre
used
is
to tell
the
that
one that
nigga
even-
Dre pick up the phone, or I'm coming through his window, some shit like that.
Yeah, I mean,
he had already,
come
he
on.
had
That was
already
rap shit.
Come
I
on,
think,
talk
it's a
shit
joke.
about Dre.
That's a
but
joke.
who's to say that Dre even had control over that, over picking who?
Kind of like what
performs?
Joe said with Spotify.
That
You
don't-
get that? It
that's
makes
like-
sense. He
I'm
might
just
not.
saying, why would he not go further with it? This is the age.
So you're
of
saying Jay-Z was
clickbait
Spotify in this
controversy.
particular
Like,
situation?
we know what he
Probably.
doing.
Yeah.
He didn't even just say that.
Huh?
You said that.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
He said it was, yeah, you a messy little nigga.
He said it's a Spotify situation.
What he
Spotify.
meant in that
Right.
was he's sure that the names had to get approved by somewhere.
Right, and if
in the
Dre is not
NFL.
in charge, then who's in charge of that? Jay. So no,
Says
there's no mess.
It's no mess.
Maybe they
Ain't
only
Roger
gave him
Goodell
5
in
Alex.
charge?
Maybe he can only have 5 people up there. It could be anything.
Yeah.
But the controversy is why they talking about it again. Drop the
There's
record,
20
the
million
controversy,
people
let's
back
go
there
for
that
it.
can make a decision, and then make another black man in the barber chair say Jay-Z. Like that is this system is, ooh, it's rough.
Oh, so what? I shouldn't. Who else in those other people that make
Roger
a decision
Goodell,
would be like
the commissioner for the NFL.
And why would he have a problem with Game being on?
I don't think it would be a problem. I think it would probably be time
Why would
allocated.
he not? What are you talking about? Why would he not?
So tell me why.
No.
Explain it.
No.
All right, Joda.
No, I will not.
Joda. Nobody knows where you're going with this, Joda.
I know where he's going.
Where's he
I know
going?
why he ain't gonna say nothing about it. Like,
All right, so let's play Speak Joe's Mind.
It's not
Speak Joe's mind.
Speak Joe's mind. But
That's obvious. Like,
why you keep saying it's Jay-Z? It ain't Jay-Z's NFL. What are you talking about? That sounds crazy.
The NFL. If Jay is
We are the
overseeing-
NFL. This is a private ran league of old million and multi-million and billionaires. This is our biggest event. This is our biggest event.
Right.
Why do you think Jay-Z is the one that's clearing names to perform? Where are
I'm
you
saying
getting
if
this
it's
from?
not on Dre, who's it on?
I think that they're saying Jay because
Who's
Jay
it
is a
on?
part of the
I'm done.
committee
I understand.
that picks the talent, right? Is that why y'all saying Jay? Because
But what is it about game
that put it together
that would make the NFL say no and everybody else gets the yes?
I don't
Maybe
think
he
they,
doesn't
maybe
get
they didn't
along
even
with the
say
people
no.
on the
Maybe- I don't
stage.
think he.
He was not successful as the people that was on that stage.
I said that he wasn't the biggest, man.
The elephant in the room. The dude was not a successful rapper like the people that was on that stage. The people that was on that stage are credible for bringing something to hip hop culture. He was not credible.
All I'm saying is, why would that decision be on Hov or Dre? There's mad other people that decision could have been on that we should be mindful of. That's all.
Well, honestly, I saw a quote from Dre after. I said when Game kind of responded to not being there, taking shots at people, he said, "This is the reason why you wasn't there."
It's a
That's
fake
what they
quote.
said.
It's
Dre
a
said.
fake
I
It's a
quote.
fake quote.
Yo, y'all niggas on these.
It's a fake quote. It's a fake quote.
I don't believe that.
You got his number? No?
Dre didn't say that, yo.
How do you know Dre didn't say that?
It don't matter. I'm spending
It doesn't matter how I know he didn't say that.
It don't matter.
All right. Okay. Should we talk about women?
Shit,
Is that
why
where we're
not?
going now?
No, I ain't there.
You ready to go there?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, you got
All right.
women topics?
Let's change this whole thing because Joe doesn't want to talk about men anymore.
You just are you running them down over this. Like you are
talk about
and Game and Dre and more than this and that. Like, God damn,
These are
loosen
the
up
things.
on the
these are-
name.
all right. There's something to establish there. You won't get it yet. You won't get it yet. You won't get it yet, Joe. You won't get it yet. Joe. It's okay.
Just shut up.
So who? What's that? What was the name of that spot I met you at?
Say less.
Say less. There was so many. There was like $1 billion worth of plastic surgery in that building.
That's the hot spot right now.
Yeah. Super hot. That's the dot spot.
But it seemed like they was like checking women at the door, like, okay, you win.
To see if they ask fake
Nah,
or
not
real.
enough. You gotta go. You win. Like,
We reserve the right to be selective.
understandable. When it comes to like the taste nowadays, is this where we're heading? Because I feel like there's a lot of women getting their bodies done. It's a whole lot of scary shit out here. What the fuck? Yo, Joe, man, what's wrong with you, man?
Yo, hey, Smoke, yo, this guy. What is wrong with him?
Is this supposed to be an interview or something? Like, what
No,
are you
but
doing?
you are crazy. Let me hear where you're taking the
Yeah,
culture with
where
this
I want
one.
to take it, yeah.
He about to take it somewhere.
Let's
go. I'm listening. I'm shutting up. You ain't getting me.
Okay, cool. What do you prefer? The body done or all natural?
I don't give a fuck, man.
Nobody gives a fuck?
I honestly don't give a
Face
fuck.
is the most important thing.
I prefer whatever she does.
It's a good answer. It's a good answer. It's safe. It's
I accept her out. She accepts herself.
Oh man.
Self-love, self-care.
The body is going to go. The mind is what you need to focus on. Let me pull my chair up close. I will not be shut up.
Yo, this could be a clip.
The body is going to go. The body is going to go. The mind is what you need to focus on. The body is going to go. Keep going.
Oh man, my nigga brother, man.
But what if she's a toxic bitch? Then her mind ain't worth shit then.
If she's a toxic chick, why are you dealing with her?
She's a fun girl. She's a fun girl for the
I
moment.
just said, the mind is what stays. The body's going to go.
Yeah, the body's catching you first before the mind, though.
Only if your mind not right.
Good dog, don't do that, B.
Only if your
You never
mind
looked at a
not
girl
right.
and said, damn, that mind is amazing. You looked at her and said, yo,
Absolutely not. I look at her and say her body is amazing. And that's something.
And then
on
you
a
go
physical-
into it. Yeah,
that is something
I
on
agree.
a physical thing.
no.
How many single men in here?
Me. Well, hold on.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm
this
single
is-
for now.
You single? You single?
That's a long ass point, yeah.
What do you think? My ears don't work. I heard the question. You said by the show of hands, I kept my hands down, and now you're doubling back to me. I think I've answered the question.
Fucking Joe over here.
This
Get
nigga.
your straight answer out of this.
Don't say this ain't a classic, yo. Same shit.
What's the question?
Porn stars.
What the fuck?
Yeah, nigga. Oh, my bad. Oh, you're married?
Dude, that he's talking about
2010.
5, right?
No, 2010.
No, not 2000.
2000. Nigga, I know the resume. Don't do that. Come on, bro. Oh, you don't want to get caught up in the timeline.
No,
My bad, whoever
no.
You're dating, it was
No,
2004.
any conversation.
Oh man.
Yo, this shit is messy.
Like, what just happened?
No, I just.
Asking
about
who's
Super Bowl
single,
again.
who's not.
Oh yeah, no, I'm off the market.
Okay, see.
Off the market. Oh, you guys in relationships?
What about you, Hoffa?
Were you in a relationship?
I'm in a different type of relationship.
Yeah, okay.
I live my life a little bit differently.
Were you
How
polyamorous? What
do you
does that
live your
mean?
I'm
What
with
does that mean, Math? What does that mean?
Yeah, we potting right now,
Yeah,
man.
what does that mean, man?
We potting
right now.
I feel like, you know, I don't believe in the traditional one-to-one situation.
What, 3 for 1?
Not 3 for 1, but you know, if that floats your boat, that's what brings
you
you
wouldn't want
happiness.
About your boat.
Yeah, my boat is.
You on poly life?
Yeah, I'm on poly life.
2 for 1.
I'm on poly life.
I'm not mad at that.
What does that mean?
Basically, if I want to date another woman while I'm in a relationship, I date another woman. When I have a relationship with another, when I bring it together, I can do it. That's where I'm at with it. I don't, we're together. I don't find none of these other women attractive. I want to be with you forever.
Wait, so
I don't believe in
can
that.
she have 2 men?
No, that's not. It's polyamorous, and then there's
Polyandry.
polygamous.
Polygamy. Thank you.
Right.
So polyamorous is only the guy having multiple women.
Hey, how you doing?
That's what it is?
Yeah.
But you couldn't deal with her doing it.
most women don't. That's not what they want.
This guy's good. He just y'all skip questions good in here, bro.
No, I'm just saying, it's not what she
He's
wants.
asking specifically if you could deal with it, if it was something
If
she
I
wanted.
could deal with it, you never know. You get to that point in the road, you make that decision. You make
Cross that bridge when you come to it?
Yeah, exactly.
But we've all.
So you're not going to answer the
Women
question.
naturally don't want to do that.
They naturally don't. Though.
Naturally, when the man is not loyal and the man is not who they think he's supposed to be, then
I'm
go
sorry.
out and they
These girls.
dealing with dudes that are not committed. They're dealing with men that are not committed. If a female find a man that is truly committed to them, they are down for that. I don't care what nobody feels about that. If a female find a man that is truly committed to them, they are down for that man.
Right. Is that how y'all feel?
Ain't nobody.
I want to. It's marriage. Yo, Joe, would you?
Actually, I'm gonna take a smoke break. Y'all can go ahead.
All right, let's take a break.
Oh, you niggas is crazy.
Yo,
Y'all are crazy. We left off with you asking of something from women that you're not able to deal with yourself.
The poly.
There's a lot of things that I believe that men and women should acknowledge their differences. We're different. We're not the same. There are situations where the lines might get a little blurred, but for the most part, no matter how strong of a woman you have in a household, you hear a bang downstairs when you both are in bed. She's not gonna get up and go downstairs to check it out. That's your job.
That's not rooted in fact.
It's not rooted in fact,
That's an
but
assumption.
it is a societal standard. That is a standard.
That's an assumption.
It's an assumption.
Yes.
Unless your girlfriend is Layla Ali, you're the guy that's supposed to like do the protecting. True or not true? Is that a
I would
universal
agree with
thing?
that.
I want to ask the room because I want to make sure I'm not alone on this.
I would definitely.
Unless
agree
she's
with
in the military and she busts guns.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph,
Right.
I love you people. Some things are just part of existing here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like eating, drinking water, room and board, right? You would hope like you would have a home, and protecting yourself is also one of those things, right? That's a woman's job, whether a man is there or not. That's a very misogynistic view. Women have to protect themselves against a lot of things. In this example you bring up, in the event that you're not there and there's a loud noise downstairs, what type of woman would you want in the bed? See how just that fast?
No, because
All that other shit didn't
immediately I thought of the Hitman Holla situation.
That's my point. That's my point.
Right.
That is my point.
But at the same time, you know, I think if it was
Dirk and
his chick, and she was busting her burner.
yeah, like
right.
what I don't know what you talking some prehistoric shit. Today, what?
I don't know if it's so prehistoric when more than half the crowd that's celebrating Will Smith for doing what he did was because he protected her.
And that's exactly where I was going to go.
Nothing about all of that.
I do.
I don't know nothing about that part, because where's that opinion coming from? Have we spoken to 20 million people in real life about how they surveyed the Will Smith Oscar incident? No, right? That's coming from the internet.
No, Tiffany Haddish came out and said what she had to
what I
say
mean?
and got all this love.
See
Okay.
what I mean?
We haven't done the survey in
Oh
the
my
other direction
God.
either.
Stop, yo. Don't tell me about what Tiffany Haddish said ever again in your life.
We haven't done the survey in the other direction either, in any direction. But I'll tell you that the debates that I've had on a one-on-one basis with women who are showing love to Will Smith was because he protected his wife. That's the narrative.
That's the internet narrative. That's not real life.
Why is it not real life?
He
She
smacked
didn't
Chris
walk
in
up
real
on the
life.
stage.
I spent a lot of time in Texas,
Right.
Houston, Dallas. Let me be the one to tell you, most of the girls out there got guns.
Yeah.
I've spent a lot of time in Atlanta. Actually, any of the open carry states, the women that I know that work nightlife, that wear the jewelry,
Okay.
They got burned.
they carry weapons.
They got burned.
They carry weapons, right?
They arm themselves because today there's too much money going around and too much poverty going around, so they're getting robbed as well.
Right.
They have to protect themselves.
But that doesn't suggest
So
that
you
if
saying
they're riding
if-
with their
so
man,
you
that they
saying-
want to be the one to pull the strap.
Listen, I heard a bartender 2 months ago scream at or bark on her baby daddy online. This is public because he ran when niggas started shooting.
Right.
To me, that sounds like the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. What should he have done?
You just
in that
kind of
moment?
proved my point.
Yeah.
Is that what?
You
proving
literally
the
just
point.
proved my point.
Oh, I think I proved mine too. So tell me why.
Well, anecdotally, first of all, you're describing a certain section of women. Your whole narrative, your whole example just now was loaded with bartenders, dancers, etc. Women
So
who
you missed
handle
the
a lot
very
of money.
first thing I said, which was an open carry state.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't say
you're-
nothing
in your
about the
open-
bar.
in
I
your
didn't say
open
nothing about
carry
the
state-
bartender. I didn't introduce.
In your open carry-
See, hey, wait, time out. I just want to point out that you did that shit that you protect against, which was take a profession and just insert judgment and opinion. When the first thing I said.
Wait, what did I
When
judge
we was talking
anybody?
about the
Off
Source magazine,
camera, when you
off
said I don't
camera.
tell niggas my age or what I do for a living. It makes people judge me and it makes them look at me a certain way and I don't like that.
Where did I
And I
judge
said
anybody?
to you, yo,
Where did
you're
I judge
projecting
anybody?
and you're jaded.
Where did
and
I
now
judge
I'm
anybody?
listening to
Where did
you,
I judge?
and
No, you got to show me where I judged anybody. Who did I judge? Where did I judge somebody? I'm all ears. I'm dead ass. Who did I judge?
The first thing I said was women have to protect against a lot in open carry states. And the first thing you went to was professions. I just pointed out the distinction.
I pointed out the fact that when you were mentioning these women, I know bartenders.
just
And, your words, not
bartenders
mine.
and
Your words,
strippers
not mine.
and
I
nightlife
never
women.
said it was.
So I don't want you to say that very misogynistic sounding shit. It's
So-
not just
so-
them
so-
that have to
it's-
protect
I-
So
themselves.
are we
never-
ignoring the part
Black
about
women are dying at hospitals. I feel like I've said this here before.
Yeah, but
Deja vu.
they're not pulling guns on the doctors. Those aren't the women we're discussing right now.
Right.
We're discussing the women who need protection
How
from
do you
dudes who
know
are
that they're
robbing them.
not pulling guns on doctors? That is an assumption.
If they're on the table dying, where is the gun coming from, Joe? I'm talking about the women who are getting robbed because they're carrying a lot of money. Some
Oh, I
of the
was
women
talking
that you
about- I was
mentioned.
talking about nurses and the women that work at hospitals or anywhere else with families that have to leave there in areas where stray bullets are killing them, or stick-up kids are outside, or they have to take a walk to the train where mental health plays a part now and they're getting feces shoved in their face. I don't know what you're talking about.
Completely
I
different.
don't
subject.
know what you're talking about. I'm
I
talking
told you
about
what
the
I was
same
talking
thing.
about.
So those-
Women have to protect against mad shit, whether a man is present
And
or
I-
not.
and I agree.
would think that they would want a man that would go downstairs first.
Right.
But if you're not there, you would want a woman that knows how to protect herself. in
Right.
that
So what
instance.
was your
But
opinion
in
on the
the
woman who
instant-
clowned the dude who ran away from?
the shots?
The shots? Yeah. Well, that was silly to me. That was silly.
That was very silly of you, Joe.
That was silly.
Couldn't believe you did that.
That was silly to me.
Incredibly silly. Anyway, but in amongst this room, let me get your opinions on the situation. Somebody run up on you and your girlfriend. Are you stepping out or are you stepping back?
No, you got to step out.
Stepping out.
Stepping out.
Of course you're stepping out.
Why you say you have to?
Because a man is a protector, provider. When he's there, when he's present.
When he's present.
For sure.
Okay. Now the point that I was getting to earlier, that we should acknowledge the differences now. Like, let's be real. Dave Chappelle, he said this: if a man was to decide to change his gender and go into the WNBA, LeBron, he said if LeBron was to change his gender, go into he would score like 1,000 points a night. Why?
Physicality.
Physicality. That
He's
is the difference
stronger.
between men and women.
How does that correlate to your original point?
That we should acknowledge the differences
I think we acknowledge
and
the
celebrate
differences,
them.
but-
And that's why we go downstairs first?
Why should you fuck more partners than your partner? Because
Because
we're
I
different?
mean, realistically,
wanted to see where it was going.
Realistically, this monogamy thing is only a couple hundred years old. It's been the other way for thousands of years.
I won't argue. I'm with you. I'm with you there.
Right.
But that's not true. But go ahead.
That's it. It is true.
I'm only
Nigga, we not arguing. We not arguing this point.
It's on the record.
But I'm only not with you because you talking about one-way monogamy. Like you switching the rules and the definitions of this stuff.
Well, I'm not switching the definitions. I'm acknowledging the
differences. If you get to have multiple partners,
right?
Then cool, but it just looks the way when you're not able to deal with the same thing that you ask for.
I don't mind the looking away if that's what it is.
Maybe if she wants to deal with it though.
If I want coconut milk mixed with almond milk in my coffee, it's what I want. I'm not telling everyone this is what you all should want. Put the almond milk with the coconut milk in the coffee. Everybody should live like that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying my personal preference. This is what I want.
So what do you offer to incentivize women to be faithful to you in this situation?
My own loyalty. My loyalty, a lot more.
Yo, let's say it works for him, though. I mean, if it works for him, Joe. If it works for him.
If I was at work with the loyalty be enough.
I'm just listening, Joe.
Because you hear the shit that this nigga's saying, yo.
And what's the issue?
All I did was shake my head.
What's the issue?
If she wants to Joe, if she wants to deal with it, listen. If this
Like realistically, man.
What's the loyalty?
Yo, realistically, niggas is slime, bro. Like this mad slime niggas out here that's talking about I love you, baby, and then you got like a bunch of side chicks on the side. You cheating, your relationships is falling apart. Everybody's like, oh, no, like another one bites the dust. Like, yo, just be realistic with yourself. Like, yo, I don't want to live like that. I've done this a couple of times, and you know what? It doesn't work for me.
Therapy has changed me, but you being halfway realistic when you say that. I'm down, let's be realistic. Yo, I've done this a few times, this monogamy shit ain't for me, right? I'm asking, why do you think that it's only men that can say that? Like women can say that too.
I'm not saying, I'm not saying,
with that.
Joe, you put words in my mouth. You put words in my mouth. I did not say that. I did not say women can't feel like that.
Well,
that was
Just
never
yours.
said.
Yours.
That was never said.
No, he said
I
his
just said,
can't feel that
me
way.
personally, I would prefer like, you know what I mean? If I'm in a relationship and my girlfriend gets pregnant, she needs to know that I need to know that it's mine. You dig what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like if she's going around, that's just not.
That's his
that's not gonna work for me. That's my preference. That's my preference.
If he got chicks that's gonna let him have multiple, and they're cool with that, maybe they got the philosophy. There's not a lot of dudes out here. They only like him. You know what I'm saying?
What's the ratio?
Well, we not
21 to 1.
21 to 1.
And that's a real number.
21
I'm on a relationship show. So
to 1.
that's a real number, Joe.
21 to 1.
Women
21
to
women
men in the
to
world.
men in the world. 21.
It was
21.
the update.
That's still a lot.
Either
update
way,
is
either way,
21.
there's more women than men. So unless you're down to sentence all these women, you
say
die
they lose
lonely,
less men.
you die lonely, you die lonely, you die lonely. At least I'm offering an option where, hey, all of you don't
can
have
have
to die
21.
lonely.
So you
don't
have
have to
21.
die lonely. We can all be together.
So your incentive for them is you're
One in a million.
and you won't die lonely.
Well, I don't want to suggest something that might seem misogynistic, like I'll take care of you or I'll be the breadwinner. I don't want to suggest that.
So you don't suggest it. I'll introduce it because that's what I've heard most women say.
Cool.
You want to have multiple partners.
Pay for 'em.
They'll say, pay for it.
Pay for it.
Can you afford the lifestyle that both of us come with?
Right.
And that's typically where the man starts to falter off.
It depends.
Absolutely.
That's a fact.
Depends on who
I
the
would
man
like
is.
to say this. We all was children and knew men that lived the same exact status that we're talking about. Who was successful of those men that you know?
I didn't know nobody living
Oh,
like
you
this
just
when I was a
said,
kid.
But
Hold on. You know what?
No.
Wait.
Wait.
But there's
I know
nobody
niggas
you
have
know.
multiple
Like,
broads.
what's the point?
I know dudes that have multiple broads and 2 lives.
We're not talking about famous people, right? We're not talking about famous people,
I'm
right?
talking about my family members, men that I knew in my personal life that had the same opinion that some of the men in this room have. That have multiple women and play it off into however. I know those men right now. They are 60-some years old. And you know what they tell me?
What?
They're lonely. They wish they had one woman.
Well, not all of them.
All of them.
Not all of them. I from an early age, I started studying a lot of religions. I got into Judaism, and there were a lot of people in that lifestyle who lived like that and are still living like that.
Are they successful?
Yes.
Successful in what way?
In a way that they're happy and their families are happy.
It's all subjective.
Yeah.
Everybody.
They're also quiet.
Exactly.
It's not the
quiet.
recipe for failure if it's been around for thousands of years. That don't make any sense.
Yeah. Why not? If
And here, in this society where we sing songs
we are
about,
living
I
in a
only want
society
you,
that
baby,
is
and this
damned.
bigger. If you was born in Iraq, you wouldn't be talking this shit, bro.
That's not the
You
truth.
wouldn't, my
That's
nigga.
not the
We
truth.
are all
You
subjected
have
to
to-
what
and Joe
society
said,
that we grow up
Environment.
in.
You're subjected to your environment.
You will
Bruh.
have to check the facts in Iraq.
Bruh.
Is a wife or a woman allowed to be with multiple men in Iraq? Joe, do you know the facts on that?
No.
All right.
I don't think they are,
I
though.
do know the facts.
And that women
on
allowed
I doubt they are in Iraq. They
Absolutely
can't have
not.
multiple
Are
women.
you a
Alright, cool. That's
in
them.
Iraq,
Don't got nothing to do with me.
In Iraq, they even sold the vagina of unmarried women.
Sewing.
Yes.
This is where we at right now.
Yes.
This is where we at.
I'm not saying that's correct.
Sewing. Why are we sewing?
Get it right. I'm not saying that's
sewing?
correct.
But why are we
I'm
sewing?
just giving you a fact.
All right. Yo, we understand. You're married. Your wife is gonna see this and she's gonna ask you. Yo, why was you sitting there listening to them talking this crazy stuff
Here's my
and you didn't
question.
say nothing?
I got a question for you. So what salary?
Yeah.
So what annual salary as a man introduces you into this realm of play,
Say it again.
where you can afford 2 women?
What annual salary of a man?
Starting salary.
Come on, Joe. That depends on
that's
what type
very
of
much-
chicks that you trying to
again,
get. That's subjective, Joe.
that's
I'm surprised at you,
misogynistic.
Joe, for asking that.
That's
I'm surprised at
misogynistic,
you for
Joe.
asking a subjective question like that. It all depends on where the girls come from.
Women
And what
women-
state you
women-
in, too.
There are many
What
women
you
out
Talking
here.
about Joe?
Hold on.
Hold on.
Let's
So
see
let's
it.
play it out.
Let's play it out.
You're right. It's subjective.
Okay.
I make 100 grand.
Mm-hmm.
I can still find 2 chicks.
That fit your 100 grand, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you
You
want to?
think? You want those 2 chicks around
I knew it. I
for
told
good,
you.
for life. The 2 chicks that say, all right, you make 100, 50, that should take care of both of them. Those are 2 that you just good with, chilling. Those 2. You might want a third and add that bust it down some more. Yes, you could do it.
But here's the theory.
Well, would you do it?
But here's the theory. Here's the theory.
That's a fact.
This
Podcasters are
this
so
is something-
safe. It's subjective. Anytime a podcasting, it's subjective. I don't always look at subjective. Everybody's not. That's when podcasters get on bullshit.
But there was a theory that was introduced that amongst the black community that if we adapted to polygamy, that it would fix our communities economically.
I need to run that past my wife.
Because then you got 3 incomes in a household. So now, you know, where you might have been in a situation where you can't send this kid to college. Now you have 3. Or, you know, you can't live in a certain neighborhood. Like that.
Yo, I can't.
I don't know what he's
He's laughing
at,
on
son.
this. Yo,
What is
bro,
he
it's so
laughing at?
hard for me because
What is he laughing at? What's what? What are you talking about?
Listen to why you trying to
that's sick.
bring a third chicken, another chicken out. Yo,
To go to
now we
college?
can send our kid to college.
Yo, stop me. Stop when I'm telling lies.
We're gonna use your salary for
Stop me when I'm lying.
tuition.
Bring
Stop
more
me when I'm
women to
lying, though.
podcasts.
Stop me when I'm lying.
You're
Stop me when I'm lying.
Women
How
don't
am I
care
lying?
about.
Not paying for the first.
Yeah, women don't care about what you're talking about.
Where do you get that
That's
from?
crazy.
That's not true.
Your other chick's gonna
That's
pay
true,
for
bro.
another kid's college that
not
she
true.
didn't come out her box?
No,
not true,
that's
bro.
not the
not true.
Jeez,
That's not
not how
the
it
basis.
works.
no.
Oh, okay.
The basis
You're
of
bringing the
polygamy
money
is
to
not
here.
about sex. It's about family and unity.
all right.
We're not socialized like that AKA most men don't know how to take care of more than one woman, and
Because
most
it requires
women,
money and
No,
maintenance. It requires a lot
it's
more
more
than
than
that.
money.
Emotional availability.
Yeah, you gotta have
Yes.
all of the above. You gotta be
Many
mature
other
enough to
things.
handle it.
It
They have
takes
to
a
be
lot. It takes
socialized
a lot.
for it. We're not socialized to do that in this society right now. Most of us are not.
Western
We're
society.
not raised that way. Women aren't raised to see each other as sister wives, for lack of a better term. And men
Understood.
aren't raised to take care of more than one woman. Most of us aren't raised to take care of a woman. So we fucked that up so many times.
what
But
about-
taking care of more than one, we're not raised with that capacity.
Mm-hmm.
But
What
the
some of
basis of
us-
polyamory is not supposed to be sex. It's supposed to be family and unity. What Math is talking about is the basis. Everybody pools their
I'm about to
money.
raise my hand.
Everybody pools their resources.
Yeah.
Everybody's with each other.
Well, that's why I started with asking what was his stance on it being the other way
Around.
around.
Yeah.
And he told me he's not with unification.
I said
And now
for me,
here you come to tell me that the basis of this should be
Family.
family and unity.
What he told you was he's not with
That's
multiple.
my preference. I told you my
He told
personal
you his
preference.
I was just
You know?
having this talk. I'll tell it to you, Mac. I think I just told my guys this on a Patreon episode. I saw a clip online, and it was niggas having a conversation about family. And the nigga was telling a guy how, yo, we're family. My baby mom is my family, even if we're not together. Like,
I saw that.
we family.
I saw it.
And the dude was like, oh, so you saw it, so I'll fast forward. Dude was like, later in the talk, he said, okay, so what about y'all split up and now she's dating a new man? And the dude said, he's my family too. And an argument started because he was like, hey, get the fuck out of here, of course. But to your point about family and unity, to me that made all the sense in the world. If the shoe was on the other foot here and it's about family and unity, then that makes all the sense in the world. We get our personal views about sex out of it, and it's rooted in family and unity. So if that's what it is, then great. But today, you got water cooler niggas like this.
why am I a water cooler nigga? What does that mean?
It means a hot topic. Like, if it's rooted in family and unity.
You don't know how my life is, Joe. Like, why are you casting a judgment like that?
Because I asked you, and you said, I'm not down with that shit.
Yeah, I'm not. But that don't mean, like, as far as family and unity, like, I got multiple baby mothers who hang out with each other. They hang out with my new girl.
I'm only talking
Like, they
about
will all,
in the
like, it's still,
polyamorous world.
we talk about things that, I'm just saying, as far as, like, community, like, there's no bad air or this is separate or whatever. Like, we get together, we plan trips, we do all types of shit together.
That's dope. I'm talking about the polyamory. I don't even know how you say the word. What's the word?
Polyamory?
Polyamory. In
Right.
that world, I'm only talking about your view on dating a woman with that same shit on a plate. Yeah, nigga, you have a girl. I got a nigga out there, too, and we rocking now. When we come together, we come together. We all go out. You can meet him. I can meet her. It can be cool. Everybody's flying.
That's
you know
an
what it
open.
is.
That's
You
an
got
open
a
relationship.
Hold on.
It's not an open relationship. That's
Sound
not
like
an open relationship.
what you just described.
An open relationship is open.
You got a man, I got another woman. You dating her, I'm dating him. That sounds like
So there's
That's
exclusivity.
not an open relationship.
So what are you
An open
saying?
relationship is you are
can
free
date
to do what
anybody.
you please. And I am free to do what I please.
He
That's
said-
an open
he
relationship.
said
What did you
we
just-
both
I'm
got
saying
somebody
we
else.
together.
Yeah.
And I got one, and
this
she got
look-
one dude, and I got
That's
one
it.
chick, and we
Yeah,
fuck.
it don't
That's what
matter
he's
if my
saying.
girl come live in the house. Maybe your nigga never does that, because I'm a nigga. But we both have
But if dude want to
a
move
little-
in, he should
and
be
that's
able to
the
move in
nature
too.
of our
That still
relationship.
sounds like an open
No.
marriage.
There's a way to simplify this whole shit, man. One woman for the rest of your life. Is it realistic? Let's go around the room.
I say yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Why you blowing?
All right, just out of curiosity.
Here you go.
Just out of curiosity. Anybody in here ever cheat before?
I cheated before.
All of us. You
Yes.
cheated.
Nasty.
Yes.
You cheated.
No.
You cheated. No, you never cheated?
No.
Nope. Get the fuck out.
I ended it before I
Get out of here, Mac. You serious?
ended it before I
I'm gonna
stepped
check
out.
the comments.
That's a perfect
for one of your
man, boy.
exes. I'm gonna check
Go-
the
go get 'em.
comment
Go
for
get 'em.
one of your exes.
Go get him.
All right, she's gonna be in there like,
Go get
"You're
'em."
lying."
I ended it before I stepped off.
Ended it before you
I
stepped
ended it
off.
before I stepped off.
And you always been like that. Respect. Respect.
Because
Much
it's
respect.
because it's
Don't
it's
pat him on the back, bigger. What are you doing, bro? Get the fuck out of here. What are you doing, man?
I can't end it for a week, step off, and then come back.
That's
No,
that's
it
no,
doesn't
that's
work.
not.
No.
That's
Hold on, you want to come back?
Everybody can make their own rules,
Put you on a Sunday.
You design
He said,
yourself.
yo, I'm gonna dump her, then go off and then
Nah,
bring her back in.
Wait,
and it
here's the
don't
question.
count.
Here's the question.
Yo, that's
Why
a,
did you cheat? Why did you cheat?
It wasn't like a default reason each time.
I just want the reason.
Different reason. Wasn't happy with self. I wasn't happy internally. So I stepped out and hurt someone.
Buddy. Well, you got. Then I gotta ask the question: would you have been happy?
Too many laughs.
Would
guys.
you have been happy if you had more than one? Essa, why'd you cheat?
She was getting on my nerves. That's it. I'm just gonna
That's
keep
your
it
thing.
real.
That's your thing.
Yeah, I don't
apparently.
like people when you get on my
Right.
nerves. I change because I'm chill most of the time. I don't bother nobody.
But why cheat and not end it?
I didn't want to step off yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I was in a real zone, whereas I felt like that she really loved me, but she didn't get me yet. You know what I'm saying? And
You
I
wanna
just
get
was
that
like, I
time?
didn't want to bail too fast.
That'll make her get you this other bitch.
No, listen. It works sometimes. It works, Sometimes, sometimes it works. So, sometimes the chick gotta know that you willing to step off and you willing to move on. You know
Did
what
you
I'm
tell
saying?
her that you did it?
She found out that I did it and I didn't deny it. I was
Right.
like, yeah. She came to me. She said, how could you do this to me? I was like, how the fuck could you do this to me? You put me in position to cheat. Like, you was getting on my nerves constantly. You don't fucking listen. What you expect me to do? You're not going to listen. And you're not going to do what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go to that corner and jerk my dick. What men do
what
is
happened?
we get mad and we go cheat.
Yeah. What men do, not all men.
What most of
not
us
all men, apparently.
What
Not
some
Mecca.
men do.
Right.
Not Mecca.
Not Mecca.
You know what
Mecca
I'm saying?
break up
Sorry,
before.
Mecca.
Right.
What was your question?
No. That was the question.
Okay.
You married her though.
Yes.
And that's what
Were you
But I
married
cheated
when it
on
happened?
many other women too, though.
Were you married when it happened?
That was very
No, I
important.
was not married when it
He was
happened.
not married when it happened.
But you married that girl you're talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
That's very
And you were
important.
100% faithful now.
Yes.
That's very important not to miss that point.
What happened? Stop laughing. Stop laughing. He's laughing. He's laughing. He got me laughing. He got me laughing.
Y'all niggas is foul, man.
I felt sometimes, it'd be a disconnect in the relationship. Like Esso said, like, this shit ain't going how it used to go in the beginning. And then your mind start playing tricks on you. Maybe she out with another nigga. You know what? Let me get some off just in case to even the score. Some mental fuck up shit. She might not be doing anything.
Right.
Also,
you just felt insecure, so you
or it just the shit
you fed
don't-
your insecurities with another woman.
or it didn't feel right. But to, describe it, that's the insecurity of like, I don't
Ain't
feel
that what Joe said?
Yeah,
I mean,
He wasn't happy with himself.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean, happy with himself. You looking for yourself.
that also
What
too.
Joe said is not what he said.
Yeah,
I think I understand what he said.
yeah, and also too, some strange reason women got that sixth sense. When you're single, they're not on you, but when you got somebody in your corner, it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then that temptation.
Why is that?
But you know what's a funny thing?
They know you're happy.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is. It's the pheromones, bro. Women can smell a happy woman on you.
Yeah.
It's like,
And now
they
they
making women happy. Oh, let me get with you. It's
and
like,
they start doing all the
it's-
extra they're not even doing for
it
their
goes
main
out
dude.
there.
I'll do this for you. I'll show up. And you're like, okay, this shit is available.
There's like an invisible other thing that's going on with all of us. Where I don't know if y'all ever had women living in the same house. You laugh, Joe. I'm gonna educate you. So
Well, I'm not laughing. I'm laughing because the opposite is true too. Like, I've had a woman at home I was making miserable, and chicks be outside on me. I'll be outside. Why the long face? Oh, it's so nice, bitch.
They both work.
It both work.
Oh, God.
Mecca
He don't
never
cheat.
did it. Smoke.
You know, every time I do your show,
Yo, you gotta get a prerequisite.
Nah, you gotta
every
send me
time I do your show,
Listen. This information benefits the people that are watching.
I mean, I guess, but this is my personal, it's my expert opinion. So you asking my opinion, and people view me on that, right? Like people that I know call me and say, "Hey, I seen you on." And this is what's going on. So I have to be very mindful for how I express myself on your platform because it's very powerful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I will say, if I ever cheated, which
I don't think you did.
thank you, Joe, right?
That might not be a compliment. Just say it.
Nah, that's over character. That's over character.
Right.
But it might have been, you know, being young and not having enough, right? Or not having my share of whatever it was that I was trying to fulfill myself with, or being hurt. And not being hurt by the person that it's happening to, but being hurt by other shit that I might project that in my own insecurities, right? If I ever did.
Yeah, somebody had a stern
That
talk to
nigga's
him.
nice.
Nah, I go to therapy too. I go to therapy too, so I understand about the projecting and you know.
There we go. Yeah, therapists talk that cheating right out of me.
Yeah,
They took the cheating right out
Oh
of you.
yeah. Made me realize it was me all along. I was like, oh fuck.
How was it?
Well, I wasn't happy.
What was it? You wasn't happy with yourself, so you were looking for something to kind of. But we get that. We get that from the hood, though.
So you think
We learned
therapy
that in the
really
hood.
works then? So you're someone that recommends therapy to people.
I ain't recommending shit to nobody.
Oh, all right.
You do whatever y'all want to do.
I do.
But does it work for you?
I go to
I
therapy.
definitely recommend
it's
therapy.
It's non-stop in my life. It's never stopped since 11. It's been a continued thing for me. So yeah.
I think.
Now some people would say that's probably bad for my therapist because they think I'm nuts. But yeah, no. Therapy for me is not a 911 thing. It's not a oh shit, something's going on. It's a you just go.
Yeah.
When everything's cool.
Facts.
When everything's cool,
Yeah.
because at some points things were not cool.
What's like
Things will never always be cool. So I mean, life is gonna happen, the universe is gonna happen. Therapy is just helping you get in touch with how we're gonna deal with things as they come. And being able to hear and see shit differently. Now it jades me because I've been in therapy so much that when people talk, all I hear is the therapist version of what they say.
Right.
Like he was talking, all I heard was, oh, selfish. Like, even with you, when you start talking about the polyamorous, whatever the word is, shit. Like my brain automatically went to, yeah, but would you be able to deal with her? So you're asking for something that, like, that's all shit that a therapist is giving me at some point.
Absolutely.
Like,
Just putting
my
it
brain
right
just
in front of you.
goes there.
That makes sense.
Like, that's the curse of it.
You should get a Muslim therapist.
I'm not opposed to. You should get people should get a therapist that they are compatible with.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because that's the other part. You get people that say, "No, I tried therapy. It wasn't for me." Well, how many therapists did you go to?
I like my
it's the
therapist.
same as a
Some
relationship.
therapists
She
make
was
shit
dope
worse.
when I used to go.
Oh yeah.
I remember going to a relationship therapist, marital therapist, and that nigga ruined my shit even more.
Look,
Really?
I'll be honest with you.
I've been in that before.
They have their own shit going on, and sometimes
He was just
things that you
bleeding
say in that
insurance.
therapy session could trigger them.
Oh, my baby
And
mom's
I've been
walked
through it
out
so
with me.
much, like I see the triggers. I've had like people, I'm like, oh, you got an issue with that.
That's ill.
Oh.
You never hear the horror stories
from a
of
woman-
therapy.
from a
It's
woman
always
therapist.
it
No,
works.
it was a
But
bad
not
one because my
dude.
baby mom thought that she was gonna be
Feel me?
right, and
Dudes.
she got pissed and walked out of the therapy session. Got right up and was like, "Oh, you agreeing with this nigga?"
Oh, that's not
And
the
I was in
therapist's
there
fault.
like, "I told
Yeah, that's
you, you
right.
was the one that was bucking." She got right up.
Yeah,
Said,
some people
we
don't
never
last.
going back to him again. Fuck him is what she said.
Some
We never
people
going
don't
back to
last
him.
with it.
Yeah.
Well, she wasn't ready for that.
She wasn't, but she suggested it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's
'cause-
the other thing I learned, like sitting in couples therapy and just therapy with other people. If niggas ain't ready for therapy, they ain't ready for therapy.
ready for
Like,
therapy.
I ain't gonna get
That's
to suggesting it and recommending
That's a
it to
fact.
people. That therapy is something you got to get up and go. You got to be dedicated to it. Like the workout niggas get up and go to the gym. Like you got to go to therapy or have the therapist come to you, Zoom, however you do it. But everybody ain't with that. People will suggest something because it's been like Again, water cooler shit. Hey, baby, I'm gonna go talk to the lady.
Right.
Like they make it. They're making a thing now. Boy, don't worry, I'm gonna give them never do that again. I'm gonna call the lady. Like so.
Yeah.
It's like a running joke now. But niggas be needing therapy. That's the funny shit about all the shit. Like you started talking about the Rory Mall shit, then you went into the slaughterhouse shit. Like my therapist's ears hear a bunch of men that claim to be cool and communicative that couldn't be expressive.
Yeah. And that's a big issue.
That's
right
the
now.
root of it.
That is a huge
Yeah,
issue.
man. So I want more men to just, and you talking about rappers.
Right. But as
Niggas
men,
That's supposed
Whose whole
to
job
express
it is.
themselves.
but as men, like what
Great rappers.
What
at
is-
that.
That's my point. Like, so miss me with the great rapper shit today. Like, I don't care about how nice of a rapper a nigga is. What type of men are we today? Can we communicate through an issue? If something comes up, do you automatically think the worst?
Yes.
Do you give compassion? Are you loving? Like, what type of man? Are you spiteful? Are you vengeful? How do you deal with hurt? Like, it's so many things that gotta come into play now. See, we was talking about money coming in. Fuck the money.
Yeah.
Feelings.
Feelings,
It started,
man.
it started
Exactly.
feelings and emotions.
I think the most dangerous thing on the planet
Money just gonna come
is a
and put
rich
a-
nigga with mental issues.
Most of the rich niggas
do have mental
have
issues.
mental issues.
But it comes with
I'm
it.
watching Super Pump now on Showtime. I can't wait to get back home and get back to it. It's the Uber story. It's the fight over Uber between, I don't even know. But that nigga's a lunatic. He is a lunatic. And I'm only on episode 5. Damn. He is an arrogant ego. He's saying shit to people he shouldn't. He's wilding in there.
Yeah.
But then you look around, it worked.
He's
It
like
worked.
the Facebook dude.
Uber
the Facebook
is
dude was wild.
the Facebook dude, same
well,
thing.
he was
Steve
wild.
Jobs, same thing. I watched
was
something
wild.
about
But this is what I'm talking
Carl
about.
Icahn earlier, the fucking Wall Street legend. Same thing. Like these people, I've heard these stories about Hov. Like I've heard like, stop it, stop it.
Is there a mindset now that you
I
know
don't
this
care
stuff?
that you niggas can rhyme some words.
Is there a mindset to people who are very ambitious that might be considered crazy?
I think so.
Sure.
You have to.
You have to have a
crazy.
you have to have a
be
level of
crazy.
crazy.
You can't be normal.
No, you can't be because
absolutely
you gotta.
not.
You're thinking outside the box. You're going for things that you've never seen before. You've never seen other people
do it, right.
So you have to have a level of crazy to even think that you're gonna accomplish these outlandish things that people know. These things that other people think are outlandish, but they're not.
That's the key to it. One of my favorite scenes in this movie. I can't remember the movie. There's two dudes talking about this third guy, and he says to him, he said, "Well, what's his plan?" He said, "Well, he's going to destroy the world." And the guy goes, "That's insane." And the dude looked at him and said, "The sanity of the plan is of no consequence." He said, "Why not?" He said, "Because he can do it. He can do it.
There it is.
It doesn't matter how crazy it is if I can pull it off. If I can fucking do it, what difference does it make?" That shit gave me goosebumps. 'Cause I think about my day-to-day life and the people who tell me, yo, that's crazy. The idea that you think you'll make a living that way, the idea that you think you can do X, Y, Z, A, B. When Slaughterhouse came up, when the first time Slaughterhouse came up, somebody told me I was crazy for the idea that let me get these guys together and put them all on one record and they'll just ruin this track to the point where no one will ever want to do it again. Yo, you sound crazy. That'll never fucking work. And that's what I got until it happened. And all of a sudden it wasn't so crazy anymore.
I think all of the things that changed the world at point of conception was looked at like crazy.
Ridiculousness.
Right.
Bro, if I had to explain to you
So why do we
Uber,
spend our time trying to be normalized?
because that's safe.
Fear.
Oh my
That's
God.
safe.
The Bowen doc I watched, that'll really, when they was coming up with air transportation, oh yeah, niggas thought niggas was crazy.
Yeah.
And they was trying to figure it out. Planes were dropping, niggas was dying. But the concept but the concept of, hey, we want to commercialize in the air. Like we want to make the planet smaller so you can get to London in this amount of hours. It's like, well, how the fuck are you gonna do that?
Right.
That sounds insane. The plane and the weight, you can only put 2 people on the plane. Then when the guy came and said, all right, I got a plane for 70 people. 70 people. We could go. Everybody looked at this nigga like, you crazy. That's where flight attendants came from. Flight attendants came from, it was too scary of an idea to get the public to accept. So they were putting nurses on the plane.
To keep people calm.
To make people calm, but they didn't want to call them nurses. So they dressed them up like a nurse,
Right.
but they called them a flight attendant. Wow. That's where that comes from.
The illusion of
fear.
safety. The illusion of safety.
All of that shit is crazy.
I mean, I think that,
never
my personal philosophy, we're here to see what's possible.
Wait, and then when you learn that it's not crazy, you run into the people that try to stop it. See, the first point of entrance is you crazy. The second point is, oh, you're not.
You're genius.
Now we need to step on
We
that.
need to stop you.
Yeah.
Because you're always cutting somebody's throat.
So
Like
why,
Tesla.
why do we waste so much time trying to be normalized?
Safe.
Because it's the safe way to be. It's safe. You never take the risk. You don't have to worry about the consequences that come with it. It's super. Most of the people I know in high school, it's safe. The 9-to-5 job. I'm not mad at
bro,
anybody who.
See,
Call me crazy. Call me crazy. I'm here to see exactly what's possible. I don't care what everybody else did. I'm here to see what Math Hoffa is possible of doing. Period.
Hey, let's have some fun with this, because this is a good conversation. Let's get to the root of crazy. Where did that stem from? Who's the first?
We have no idea.
What's the first time you heard that? Who was the first person that
Probably my
said
mother.
crazy?
Probably my mother
Crazy.
probably said, yo, you crazy.
You called
as
me
hell.
crazy last week, but that
I'm not talking about when we shooting the shit, but the idea of someone being crazy, their mind not functioning.
just being outside of the norm. Period. It had to be somebody who was in the tribe that was doing some different shit, and everybody was like, "What is he doing?
guess who
we don't do that.
Guess who
we don't
established
walk
the
that
norm,
close
though?
to the forest."
A crazy hold on, but a crazy person established the norm. If you think about it, when you're shifting culture like that and you get everything standardized, now it becomes the norm.
Right.
Because someone has to think outside the box to get a group of people to settle down and really adhere to whatever the policies are.
Right.
And now it becomes safe.
That's based around fear. That's based
of
around
course,
fear
but
of what
someone
happens
crazy
when you
has to
step
control it.
A
outside of it.
crazy person changes the standard.
There you go.
It's a whole
A
nother
leader.
regular nigga somewhere.
I say a leader.
Made up the,
A leader.
It's
It
a
probably
1%.
started
It's
with
a
leader.
1%er
They could be a
thing.
leader, but they could be a leader in who knows what. So the first crazy person that we would have on record would be Cain. Cain was crazy for killing his brother Abel. Crazy is insane.
No, Bigger, that's not where we
Insane.
going. That's not where we going right now. That's not where we going, bro. That's not where we going. Bigger, that's not where we going. We talking about people who changed the standard of normalcy.
Changing society, right?
Did Cain killing his brother not change?
But we not in a negative way. I'm talking about in a making things better when people thought that was not the thing to do and they did it, and now everybody's like, yeah, we should be like him.
So you talking about like Noah, when Noah did the ark.
No, because everybody didn't make boats after.
You talking about the Mac
Everybody
computer?
thought it was
Steve Jobs was crazy, and the Mac computer's making everything.
Like the
Steve,
iPhone.
like Steve Jobs.
Like-
I'm talking about
Everybody's
Steve
like,
Jobs.
no one's gonna have a phone without buttons. Blackberries are gonna be here forever.
And what was the difference about Noah?
If I told you that,
Noah built the ark.
Bigger, we're not talking about the Bible right now, bro. We're not talking about the Bible right now.
okay, if I told you that I could invent a company, a transportation company that didn't own any cars, you looked at me like I was nuts. But here's Uber. If I told you that I could invent a company that would house people all around the world for a fee, but I don't own any property, you'd tell me I was nuts. But here's Airbnb.
Right.
It always looks nuts until you pull it off.
I could be a podcaster and sell 1 million records at the same time. You call me nuts.
No, I
but
wouldn't.
my name is Math Hoffa, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Why not?
That's not crazy though.
and that's why I don't,
That's
call,
very
I don't really
possible.
call nobody nuts today. That's like something that they do to, like, they weaponize the term.
Yeah, to kind of dismiss you. Dismiss your
Well, to
If you're
sterilize
familiar
you.
with the history of America, they came up with that. Like controlling mass media and putting certain
Definitely.
shit out there so we demonize and view you a certain way. And now we do. We just adopt shit that We don't know where it came from. Right. But yeah, I try not to do that. They called Antonio Brown crazy when he fucking took his shirt off, ran off the field. He looked nuts. If you're looking at the screen, this looks nuts because we never seen no shit like this. I don't know if he's crazy. I wasn't there. I don't know what Bruce Arians said to him. I know he don't fuck with him. He might say, suck my dick, he never play again. He injured. I don't know. I might have did that. And know what they would have said? That nigga's crazy. They called me crazy my whole fucking career. But I had plenty reason to be crazy. So I mean, I try not to use that. And with mental health being a thing today, it's like crazy. Like we want to be very careful with what we say and how we say it.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that people don't realize how smart that you are? Do you think that they look at the controversy that they see and don't see how far you transformed from one thing to another? You was a solo rapper, then you was in a group, then you stopped fucking with the group, then you was on TV, now you a big podcaster. It takes a lot of brains and know-how to navigate that.
I agree, but I never think about it because it don't matter. Like, by the time you think that you let enough people know, there's a whole new crop of people that grew up and have no idea what you're talking about.
But do you think that it worked to your advantage that maybe they didn't see how smart that you was, and now you could swoop in and seize it and use the negotiation and know what you really want, but they didn't see you coming?
No, I don't view it that way, but I get what you're saying. I've heard 50 say that before, like they played to his advantage, that people thought he was dumber than he was. I don't feel like that, for me though. I feel like brains played a part, talent played a part, and today is probably work ethic more than anything. Like, I outwork niggas. I don't think niggas speak about that enough. Fuck my brain. My brain, that won't come up with it. That's everybody playing, all the podcasters home playing chess. Looking out there, you're seeing what's going on. You figure it out yourself. That's everybody doing that. But the work ethic part
is different.
The execution. Niggas don't outwork me.
Honestly, we had gotten some insight on the work ethic behind the scenes when y'all spoke about certain things. What in terms of how you shoot your show, because I don't want to give any.
Oh yeah, okay.
And the schedule and what you do, people would just think he just comes and sits on the couch. When I heard when it goes into it, the production, the editing, I said, Jesus Christ, it would blow your brain apart. It's beyond 1% of what he's doing to get this out.
But we damn near drop a pot a day, man. What are we talking about? 3 hours.
Right. Well, when you make it look simple, that's the key to it.
I mean, that's part of the genius. You sit there, you tweak it, you figure it out. You got to have the courage to jump ahead.
It's always the gift and the curse. Yeah. That right there. Same with rap, right? Like, rap was a certain way for a little while, and then more niggas felt like they could do it. Now it's niggas that's not rapping that's coming and adding to it and expanding to it. You got hustler niggas now you got the geeks, the nerds, you got niggas that work in the shoe store, you got niggas that now everybody's here. Guess what? It's still the rapper's job to figure out
what the people
how this is gonna go.
How do y'all feel about?
And that's the same with podcasts.
Well, how do y'all feel about this new it's like comedy rap now? It's like a whole new genre popping up. It's
What's comedy rap?
Comedy. Okay, all right. You got YNJ. You ever heard of YNJ? No. C-Mac from Detroit. It's like a lot of one-liners and it's funny.
Like Weird Al Yankovic type funny? Like
in a way. In a way.
No disrespect to those
guys. In a way.
Like
There's songs about gas prices. The song you know what I mean?
The
content.
Like Kimmy songs.
It's like funny shit. It's
like
not,
Lil Dicky?
I was about to
in
say
a way,
Lil
yeah.
Dicky.
You know what?
That's
Hold
what I'm
on.
thinking.
Because
this is a genre that's emerging.
Little
Like
Dicky
there's a lot of
wasn't
people doing
that
this.
bad as a rapper.
Yeah, but he took it in. He relied on his humor.
Man, he was funny.
Because that was his thing. I mean, that's his name is like you're gonna laugh.
Right. I mean, but you can't really look at him too many other different ways in a field of big black dudes talking about busting their guns. Where does he fit in unless he goes in that route? Right.
He doesn't.
But Eminem had that same had part of that self-deprecating humor
Little
in it.
Dicky?
Not self-deprecating. In other words, I live in a trailer park. He never lived in a trailer park. I'm getting beat up. I'm getting bullied. I'm getting this. I'm getting that. You know, my mom's a hoe and blah 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 blah. Like even his very first song. Right. How you gonna breastfeed me, mom? You ain't got no tits. Like his
very first song, you knew he could rap better than everybody.
True.
Because his cadence.
But he was still
cadence
he didn't rap about.
I know.
Right.
The guy who
y'all familiar with Sada Baby?
Yeah.
In a way, Sada Baby kind of does the same thing.
Really? You think so?
Yeah. I've heard plenty of tracks where it's like he's having fun. He's just joking. He's just snapping.
His hit record was fun.
Right. Man, come on, man. I know all of it. I know everything, man. I know
Who put you on the side of Baby?
It wasn't you. It was not
Damn.
you.
My
Not you.
dude, I put you on the side of
We
Baby.
gonna discuss this now?
Side of Baby, you didn't know who he was, but side of Baby is good. I agree with you.
Oh, he's yeah. So, how do y'all feel about? Okay, there's not too many people.
I know Sada Baby. I actually like Sada Baby.
But y'all don't know about all the other artists that are coming up in that same.
In
lane.
that
comedy rap?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Let them cook.
If it's done well, I don't care what you rap about or what your premise is. If it's done with if the skill level is up, I don't care what your topic is or what your premise is.
I honestly feel like there's a connection between those type of rappers and kind of like the drill movement and all that.
Really?
It's not in a way where a Joe or a lot of other rappers would structure a song and say this is the subject matter of the song. We stay on the subject matter. They're really good at one-liners. It's like one-liner, but it's back to back. So it sounds like these guys are all over the place, but it'll just be one line that just hits and it sticks. And then people like the song. You dig what I'm saying?
So do you think that you like it because you're a creative rapper yourself, or do you think that this is something that the masses is gonna grasp on
I
to?
think when you say the masses, it just takes for one of them to have massive success.
I
mean, for it to be categorized.
When Joe was putting out his records, one of the things he was annoyed about, I don't want to speak out of terms, is how the labels would always push for the hit single, or radio single, or radio record.
Mm-hmm.
So when I hear you talking about these young dudes, how they're rapping, I just start thinking of TikTok. Getting that 1 minute in, that 30 seconds in.
It's a TikTok format.
Yeah,
That's
Instagram
moving around the culture right now.
Yeah.
Social media for him.
So when we came up, it was, try to get this 3 minutes for the radio, for the club. Now,
Songs
for
are
the
like
TikTok.
a minute and a half.
Exactly.
I did a song with a chick the other day. She was like, I just need 8 bars.
And she was
Eight
good.
bars?
Yeah.
I was stuck. Like, 8? Just 8?
Yeah.
And then she spit 8, and the song was over. I was like, what the f- This is it.
It is no rules.
But is it? But the thing that kind of hit me in the head was like, wait a minute. These songs are so short. If they're getting paid per stream, you make a song this short, people are probably gonna play it back to back. Oh, so they're kind of like doubling up the
It's like
the
the
chart
double,
of it.
It's like
You know
the
what I
double,
mean?
it's like the double album sale.
Who's doubling up?
I mean, if a song is like 1 minute, play it 2 or 3 times.
Then who doubled up?
The artist, as far as like where it charted. What's so funny, Joe? What the fuck is so funny, Joe? But you get what I'm saying?
How did the artist double up when the artist don't get paid from the stream?
And that just happened. I knew that was coming. I
When
saw
the
that.
artists don't get paid for the stream.
We talked about
All right,
that on a couple of shows.
let's say we're talking about an artist that does get paid from the stream.
No.
I know where this is
Let's
going.
be rooted in fact.
I know where
Artists
this
don't
is
get paid for the
going.
stream. Yet artists are the ones that are in
to
charge
drink
of
for
how
this.
long the song is. Artists are fucking nuts. Go ahead, man. Y'all go ahead and do
No,
that.
no, no,
Go
but-
ahead,
but
go ahead,
We
go ahead,
talked
go ahead,
about
go
how
ahead.
they don't really get paid for the streams on
ahead.
a couple shows ago when I said it. Like, they know how to
Nowhere
get
but
paid.
I
music,
get what
because
you're
they
saying.
say, yo, I'm not gonna pay you, but these are my rules. Do this. And you niggas just oblige. All right, y'all.
Who's you niggas? Who's you? Look into the camera. When you say you niggas.
The rappers, the people who are just conforming to what they're
If
saying.
it don't apply, let it fly.
But what do you? All right.
He got the terms for you. He got the terms for you, boy.
No, the question is,
got
what's
him
your
on.
You did that a
alternative?
little too good. You did that a little too well.
I know, he got
You
him
don't
on.
pain and fine.
He got
I
him
ask you
on.
about something. Hold on, I want to ask you about something. You said something on your show
Give it to me.
about being bi.
Give
bro.
it to me.
Is that a fact?
I'm not ready to share my personal journey.
That was a sound bite, though.
That's therapist talk right there.
That was a sound
I'm
bite.
not ready to let
though.
you guys into my world.
Oh my God!
This nigga don't care, yo.
What the fuck are you talking
This
about?
nigga don't care about
Only
motherfucking
yo,
thing.
only in hip hop do niggas think that's cool, yo. I heard you say something.
Yeah.
Yo, you like dick. Yo, only in hip hop do niggas think that that's not an intrusive question.
Intrusive.
That is invasive.
You said it
That
to the
is
public.
intrusive.
You said it to the public.
Yo.
That's my.
You said this to the public.
That's my lifestyle to share, not yours.
So wait.
Yo.
So you shared it already.
That's not your place to pull me out of the closet. What's up? What's your question?
Then he gonna bust out.
Is that part of potting?
Is what part of party?
Saying that you're bisexual.
You asked me who I like to fuck. Is that what you asking me?
Say it again.
Are you asking me who I like to fuck?
Yeah.
Nigga, mind business.
Yo.
Hey, yo.
All right.
Don't try to take weapons.
It's
away.
2022,
And that's why I
man.
fuck
We ain't
with
worried
Lil-
about it.
Wait, hold up.
2022, bro. Like,
because I'm worried about what one of you niggas think about my sex. What the fuck are you talking
no,
about?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying
If
it's,
I was
it's
bi, I'd be
2022.
writing it like we'd still be what?
What you say if you was?
If I was, because you
that
don't
was
know.
a sound bite.
Because you don't know if I am or I ain't. But if I was, what do you think would be different about my action right now?
So he says, if I was,
was
Yeah, because let's go what I am. Like, what would be different about this room, this situation right now? Absolutely nothing.
For me?
Listen, I'm just saying.
What are you saying? Please, the floor is yours.
I'm a handsome guy, but I don't, that's not my thing.
See, even that's misogynistic. If I'm buying, what would make you think
How's
that
that
I'm looking at
misogynistic?
you?
Like I said, man.
That's my, like, what is wrong with you
Looking at
niggas in here? You niggas is nuts. You just assuming that you the type of a bi nigga.
I'm just
What
saying.
the fuck is going on in here?
Thinking like a female.
Only in hip hop.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
I have
Go
no. Listen. I have no experience on the subject, so I couldn't.
What if I was
call
like,
it.
yo, you know what, man? Because I just watched the Jared Carmichael shit.
Whoa.
And he came out in the special.
Yeah.
So what if I chose this moment to come out, right? I said, man, I said on my pod, a lot of people didn't know how to take me, but it's true, I'm bi, right? And then we did a whole interview, and then like 30 minutes later, like David Beckham came walking in, Joe, you ready to go? Like, or one of them type of niggas. Like, what if like some other type nigga walked in, and I was like, all right, y'all. Would you still be sitting there saying, yo, I hope Joe don't try to kick it to me?
Yeah.
Or would you be saying, or would you be saying,
Oh, he's with Beckham. I gotta get
that
down.
nigga Joe Bag David Beckham. That nigga Joe Bag David Beckham. Holy shit, that's hilarious.
There's another truck out there. I don't know.
And I say that respectfully, of course, to David Beckham.
No, but I feel like, all right, see, here's my issue
That
with
was
you, Joe.
hilarious.
Here's my issue with you, Joe. And it's not an issue because I understand.
That was hilarious.
I understand, where you're at. Where you're at, there's a lot of things that I feel like you had to learn on the way up. That now it's like you look at other people like, you guys don't know this, you guys don't know that you're not supposed to say
Do
that.
I do
you're
that
not
or do I tell it?
No, you don't tell it, Joda.
Shit.
You don't always
Oh,
tell
you
it,
got me
Joda.
fucked
This
up
was the first time you ever said anything to me that I was like, oh shit, Joe just shared
That ain't-
a little insight
that
of
mean-
what it is to be at that level. Okay,
Oh, that
cool.
mean that you missed a lot of insight from Joe. If you think that was
'Cause
the
you
first
talk like
moment.
Joda.
Oh, so?
You
I
gotta
don't
figure it out.
understand Joda.
He said you gotta figure
That
it
ain't-
out.
I
You
don't
gotta
understand
you gotta figure out my Joda
What the fuck are you
language.
niggas talking about?
No, but I'm saying,
You niggas are nuts.
but all right, again, These are
And they
things.
never come back when the jewel is applicable to say, hey, I knew what you was talking about now. I didn't get it then, but now I get it. See, that part never happens. I don't want to hear this bullshit you talking about right now. You know how much important shit I've said to you? And that's the point. And that is the point.
I can't, bro. I can't.
And that's the point.
Because
If you missed it, you missed it.
You're not making it easily digestible.
And that's the whole.
That's
my
why
whole
he's calling
point.
you Jonah.
That's my whole point.
Hey, hold on. Am I paid too?
No.
What the fuck are we talking about here right now?
Are you getting paid to make it cryptic? I don't understand, bro. You getting paid to make it cryptic? Is there a microphone? Did someone inject a fucking
words out of my
tracker
mouth.
on you and you
But
can't,
show us
you
what
can't
you
tell
wouldn't
me
hear.
straight up
Yo, you're
like
not
what it is?
giving it to us the way we need to give it to.
I started this
Whoa,
way.
bro, what was
I
the
started
joke?
this.
No, I'm
See why therapy is important? Because if y'all had therapists here, y'all would hear some of the stuff I'm saying. I started this with, I'm come from the people that I try to help just trying to hurt. I started with that.
Right.
And now you sitting here trying to figure out why Joe is cryptic. Hey, you get it, you get it. If you don't, you fucking don't. That's on you. I had to sit home and figure some shit out my damn self.
So are you jaded because you had to figure it out? So now you like, let me put this in puzzle format.
Well, you can't say that because I've done nothing but run around and try to help everybody and gotten stabbed and fucked. So it's not jaded. It's just, I understand.
Let's break that down.
I understand how those
the
things can
stabbed
happen.
and fucked.
And that's a Joe thing. That's Joe saying stabbed and fucked. That's not rooted in fact. That's an opinion. That's my perspective of things.
All right, so let's delve into recently. Well, not recently, but you've had other shows on your network, and there was a lot of drama in between those situations. Can you break down by Joda's terminology what happened?
No, I can't.
But is it part of your?
There's no one way to do things, Joe. Like, let's start there. That's what it is. And early in podcast land, I was like, all right, it's us at the top. I kind of got some information that everyone is not privy to. Let me come back and share it, and let's move accordingly. Hey, this is what they're saying up there. They think, well, no, let's figure it out. Let's think tank, and this is what we'll do. The problem is everybody's got a plan. You got a plan, you got a plan, you got a plan. Everybody's plan might not coexist.
This is new space. Relatively new space.
Okay, but niggas never come and say, hey, we just had creative differences. They never say that. They say, oh, he's a piece of shit, he stole, he robbed, he blah. That's what they say. So it's important to highlight these things. Everybody has a way to do things, and if you don't agree, then you could just not agree. The truth of the matter with the old cast, what happened was gonna happen. That was gonna happen.
Eventually.
I had seen, as soon as that contract ran out, the second that contract ran out, I was on doing this. They knew it, I knew it, we knew it. That's the truth of it. Like I said, he sat with Smoke. He said, yeah, the writing was on the wall a year and a half. Joe said he wanted to put us on salary. I said, I'm never taking a salary. Well, that's interesting. This is over.
That's it.
We have creative differences. It's not a beef, but your view of salary is different from mine. I rap my whole life. Never had a job, drop out. So I know that rap money come, well, for me anyway, and that rap money go. And it went a lot more.
I think that's for everybody.
It went a lot more than it came for me. Right? So, like my brother Dill. Dill used to always assume I was up because I was a rapper. And he would say, yo, you don't understand the plight of normal people because you rap. And I would say to him,
Everybody
you
in
don't
the room
understand the
started
plight
laughing.
of a rapper because you don't.
Right.
I would die for your every week salary. If I could just rely on a check to pop up Friday, and every Friday it just comes because I went to work, oh my God, I would be in love. I would love that. He never understood it, and I never understood
Whether you did a good job or not.
Yes, and I never understood what he was trying to say to me. But Maul's perception of salary was that. It was bad. But if I come to you right now and say, hey, for the next year, you make $3 million. That's your salary. Then what's the problem? Or whatever that number is that you accept, but that's what a salary is.
Right.
It's whatever the number is, and that's what it is. His interpretation was, a salary, nigga, never that. Suck my dick. Well, okay. We have creative differences.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with it. That tells me that when this contract is over, this will end. I told Rory, hey, the next iteration of this for me is doing this alone. I don't have 2 more friends I can just pull out my ass. Thank God I had 2 more friends I could just pull out my ass. But when the signs started popping up, I was saying, all right, I got to figure out how to do it alone. These niggas, I see people do. Colin Coward does it alone. This guy does it alone. I got to watch and start trying. I got to break this down.
So you was already training yourself to see all the greats.
The writing was on the wall. Writing was on the wall. Writing was on the wall.
So what's
we knew what time it was.
So if
It shouldn't have happened the way it happened. But
doing a show by yourself is one of the hardest things.
I'm built for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think?
I'm me.
I mean,
Nah.
You think so? It's not that hard.
It's
I
hard.
think it's
it's
hard.
hard.
It's hard.
Yes, it is. It's hard.
It's hard.
No need to argue about it.
By
2 hours by
Depending
yourself.
on who you are.
It's hard.
It's
Depending
hard.
on who you. Okay.
But for him to say he's watching Colin Cowherd
Topics
and all
and
those
make it
guys, I know what
interesting.
he's saying.
Yeah.
That's
topics and to
You
make it
can't name me 10
interesting.
people right now to do a show by themselves.
I can name 3
That's
to
a
4.
rough move. The
hard.
topics
That's some other
interesting.
I can name a few
Cadence,
people that try to do a
talking.
show by themselves.
Remember how we just got finished talking about it's impossible until it's done?
It's not.
No, I'm not saying
We
it's
didn't
not
say it's impossible.
No,
we
I
said
didn't
it's
say
hard.
that. Let me
No
finish.
one said it's impossible.
Let me finish the sentence. Remember how we just said that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be more difficult for others than it is for someone else. But if you are, just to use Joe's term, if you're built for it.
But think about this.
Oh yeah,
This-
I'm him. I'm going.
No,
There's no hurdle that's gonna stop me. There's no person. There's no company. There's no ideology. I'm going.
I'm figure it out.
I'm just trying.
By any means necessary, figure it out.
I'm just trying to figure out the beef though. If the writing was there a year and a half.
This is the beef, and I come from that world.
And we know. I'm really confused because if the writing's there, you know
This
what's
the beef.
coming.
This the beef.
What's the problem?
Well, it shouldn't be a beef. That's where we're talking in hindsight.
Okay.
That's where it just shouldn't be a beef, right? Like I've said that to women I've been in a relationship with, and we didn't work out romantically, and then they left angry still. And I'm like, well, hey, we're not together romantically anymore. Like, what you still mad at? Like, we was mad fly outside of that. And it's the same shit here. Like, niggas, it's always a beef. It shouldn't be a beef, but it gotta be like that. I can't be the one to keep explaining to people how things go. Because it's not me that make the rules up. And because I come from rap and 20 years of bad contracts and all types of shit, my view is different from people that have never done it.
Got you.
And some of this is the fault of success because you are fast tracking people. And that's an issue. So the root of this issue was, them niggas wasn't no different than me. We all got paid off net.
Word?
Well, let's talk about, I don't talk about this shit because the people that know better already do, which means that you're talking to people that don't know, and they ain't gonna get it. But let's talk about it a little bit. They wasn't no different than me. We got bills, y'all get paid net. Me too. I ain't no different.
Right.
Hey, I ain't mad at my brothers. The same way they was mad at getting paid off net, guess who else was mad?
You.
Me too. What we did with the anger was different. I didn't know that shit would look like that the way they didn't know. What I did, went to work. Loving hip hop. We bike. Pull up. We here. Hate talking to you niggas, but let's get to it. Let's get to talking to niggas. State of the culture. Puff. Revolt. We here. I'm outside.
Right.
Nobody outworks Joe. Fridays, state of the culture from 6 to 4. I hired Parks with me. That's who Joe is. From 4, we leaving through rush hour traffic to go do a pod. That's the work day. Complex, everyday struggle. We outside, let's work.
Right.
It's work time now. It's not time for me to start looking around. And that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people get to looking around. But when you're looking around, your version is different from the guy that's going to get to work. And I'm so busy working, I don't know what's going on with what you looking around.
So in the 3, you're the moniker. You don't think that
I didn't hear you.
in the 3, you're the moniker. You're the one that they look at for the example. Now, with what you went through with everyday struggle, you don't think that kind of like chimed in on them and they felt like what Joe was fighting for, we should fight for too?
No. Well, I don't know. I can't speak for nobody else. 2 different things.
Right.
What Joe has fought for from day one at Def Jam 20 years ago is the same things I fight for now. It's just gonna look different, and we're in a different time. At Complex was getting $150,000 ads and trying to give me 5,000. I rolled the dice and said, hey, I think those ads are contingent on me. I think if I don't do it, nobody gets paid. I took it upon myself to roll the dice and say, nah, let's see what happens. And I was right.
Right.
I was right. Nope. Hey, they pulled out. Now nobody get paid. Yes, do the right thing. It's gonna always be rooted in do the right thing. Niggas create the show, give you the show, it's working, it's traction here, you get the ads, everybody should be happy, it's enough money for everybody to go around until somebody don't do what they supposed to do. And as the one that's always the creator, Slaughterhouse, Everyday Struggle, Joe Budden Podcast, everywhere I go, I just get to creating. I want to stay loving hip hop, but I won't do that. I just pick up and go. I just leave. But when you do that, you leave a trail. You leave a trail of niggas that's angry. But I ain't do nothing wrong. Complex had to go. Ads, that's what you're doing, I'm out. Soon as we leave, Everyday Struggle stop, act stays for a little bit, whatever. What do you know? Complex, you don't even hear nothing. You don't really hear nothing no more.
Not at all.
They sold. It was in debt. They sold. The business is happening behind the scenes. You don't hear nothing. They sold. It was out of here.
So they was in debt after you left?
Spotify, look what happened when Joe left. Like, I'm clear in my value. Joe left, you know how they had to go get? Because every creator has to sit with that. Hey, when you leave, y'all think I just be crazy, I think. Hey, when I do this, who's the list? They all got a list of replacements. Mine, I think, is short. Look what they had to go. They had to go get Rogan. You had to go give him 300 M's to fix this. Versus what? The fucking 2 you gave Joe? You live with that. What happens, happens from there. I'm gonna get to work no matter what. That's the bottom line.
Does it piss you off?
Which part?
The fact that they were willing to pay so much money to fix something when they could have just paid you.
No, you can't pocket watch that way. I'm not afforded those, we're not, 2 different things. White people, black people. I just watched WrestleMania, Pat McAfee came out.
That was unbelievable to me, dog.
You was there, right?
Yeah, I was there.
I saw the internet go ablaze.
That was good. That's crazy.
I saw everybody, people that didn't know Pat McAfee, everybody, yo, this is the greatest shit I've ever seen. Yo, Pat McAfee could do anything. He's the greatest entertainer in the world. I had to put the phone down so I didn't get mad. Nothing was wrong. But Pat McAfee, retired punter,
That's
podcaster, just signed
Crazy deal with FanDuel.
200 million, something crazy over there. WrestleMania. Okay. They make it tough for you. They make it tough for him. It's tough for me. This is not a Joe problem. And be clear, I love Pat McAfee. Like, and he outworks niggas. He goes, his clips, he goes stupid. But there will be routes available for them.
It's not for
that
us.
Won't be available for you, or you, or you. Call me daddy to girls. I bring it up all the time because it's just a classic example. They started their podcast in 2017, 2018. 3 years later, they were worth $20 million a year, $60 million, 3 years. That's more than athlete money. Tell me the black podcaster that did it. I'll wait from either of you. You can't.
And
so I can't get mad at those things because what's available, what's for them is for them. What's for us is for us. Like we up against different
barriers,
different things.
So yeah, it don't mean it won't happen.
I mean, mine is.
I'm a firm believer.
Mine is coming because I get to the. There's nothing that can stop mine. This is preordained. This is up there. This is greater than me. Like I've seen enough to know that somebody up there is in Joe's corner. Mine is coming, so I can't get distracted with it.
And if they ain't Joe corner, they in a lot of other people.
Yeah, it's a fact. Well, Joe, I told you a long time ago. I'm always looking in your direction to see what are you doing? What's he doing over there?
That's why I keep it quiet, man.
Yeah. I don't look for too long.
That's why I keep it low, man.
I don't look for too long. You know,
I try to keep it low.
You know, I don't.
But you mastered the art of conversation. And I didn't expect that from your rapper land to going here. You mastered the art of convo, which is very difficult to talk about things, to give insight about shit. That's God-given talent.
He put in his time.
Got interviewed a lot.
He put in his time. Like there was
I did my 500,000 hours.
Fact.
I mean, but you started early when
and it's 10,000
radio.
But you did your 500,000.
When you took over for Hot 97, you were 22, 23, and I was living down south, and I was like, who took over for Star? They're like, Joe. It's like, Joe Budden? Like, yeah, but it's like, he's killing it.
Was that the beginning of it for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody was like, even down south, we were hearing about your work. Like
my girl Tracy Clarity.
Yeah.
Tracy Clarity was the PD at Hot. And she just saw something in me I didn't see. I didn't know it was there. I was 23. I said, but I've never done radio. Yeah, so what? Just try it. I called my mom and said, Mom, I want me to try the radio. I've never done this. I'm nervous. I never felt nervous. She said, give it a shot. Fell in love up there, man. It was awesome.
I love the radio.
Why did it stop again?
Crazy.
Why did it stop?
Well, I had to stop. Presented with an ultimatum. I said, you can't try to sell an album and be this accessible. It's 2004.
They didn't get
You can't be on the radio every day and then tell somebody to buy your album.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Now,
In hindsight.
That was promotion. That was promotion every day.
In hindsight.
That was promotion every day.
But when people have to go to the store to buy your shit, like that whole exclusivity thing was a thing. That whole mystique, not give too much of yourself, it comes from that era. So
Think about your label.
And I'm
mates.
24, so my dream is to be a rapper. I got my whole life to be a rapper, and when I'm done with this, it's not like I had 5 albums out. I had an album out, or not even yet.
Right.
So yeah, let me go and see what rap has to offer, and then we can get back to this. It's just when we got back to it, I thought it would be on BLS or Hot 97. I thought it would be in that form. Never in my wildest dreams did I see this, but that's why it's great. That's why it's dope. That's why I can't get mad at any podcaster. Like y'all, we've seen too many examples of people, they've literally watched me go from independent rapper having a hard time to, oh shit, look at Joe. Like you can see it now. Like today, that's what they get. They get a viable path to see it. In 2001, 2002, you couldn't just walk up to niggas and say, hey, you'll be a millionaire in this amount of time. Like, you couldn't tell that to nobody and they believe that shit. Nah. Today, there's a little more hope going around.
You're the reason I podcast. Because you gave me that confidence. Not just watching you, but from you telling me, like, you waiting to get a bag? Like, you waiting for them to pay you to do it?
Joe Rogan's the reason.
Laugh me out the room. Ah, nigga, yeah, keep waiting. Nigga, it's either you gonna do it or you're not gonna do it.
Period.
And I did it.
Joe inspired all of us.
That's it.
He inspired all of us.
We ain't gotta wait to get a bag or get paid. We can get it right first.
The thing that inspired me the most was perception. Perception. When I was getting dragged through media because people didn't know my story. Seeing what you was doing, it's like, yo, you can't get one over on Joe. He's gonna tell his story. He's gonna, you're not gonna, here's a bad headline on Joe and let's see how far it goes. It's not gonna get very far because he tells his own story.
From the beginning.
Facts. So that encouraged me to tell my own story.
Got to tell your own story, man. Star came on the podcast and told me that. Oh, Joe, you're too quiet. You got to let people know what's going on. My team behind me, they tell me I'm too quiet all the time. Oh, if people only know what was going on with you.
Yeah.
Not me. Not about that. Not what time it is. Well, you don't do it for credit. You don't do it to throw the badge up and say, hey, I did this. It would be nice, but nah. It's that same talk, smoke, and I had with him. I've had with every podcast. I've had with you. I've had with, if everybody could just go do it, awesome. That's what I learned in trying to start a network. Hey, let me help everybody. It took 6 months to say, never mind. Everybody got their own way, they stuff. The podcasters are crazy like me. We all crazy. So it's like, I get that. Can't no nigga come tell me nothing about my shit. I'm nuts, nigga. You have a hard time. So I respect it. But you gotta do it. Like, you gotta go put the legwork in and put your head down, tunnel vision. It's time to get to it. It's time to work.
Time to work.
It's work still. That's the thing. It's like when you was doing albums. When you did an album, ancient talk now. You did an album, then the label said, hey man, but you gotta have a separate track for FYE and over here and then. It's like, wait, so I need 4 new tracks, like separate for each. That's work. It's like mixtape. We're on the mixtapes. DJ Boom said, oh, I need something different than Come Master C guy. Okay. And MB said, I need something different than motherfucker. It's time to work.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, no, we gotta work smarter, not harder, man. Fuck all that. They're trying to make the rappers work harder.
Smarter.
Smarter, not harder.
Too many ways to get money. It's too many ways, it's too many people, it's too many, and it's too much of it. That's why I talk to you out there. Like, what are we doing? What are you doing? Shut the fuck up. Like, let's not stop ourselves from getting to it. It's out there to be got. I'm on a tangent now, but no, it's real shit.
But you learned, and I appreciate you sharing the knowledge, but you learned, and you learned the hard way.
I always learn the hard way.
How many lawsuits to date?
Couldn't say.
Couldn't say.
It's illegal to say. Can't talk about it.
It's another learning moment.
Hey, you'll learn that this shit ain't just words no more. It's business at all times. All times. Even when I was coming on the podcast, creators, ownership, you're not responsible for who's hearing and how people are hearing it and how people are applying it.
You're gonna cover your ass at all times.
You get burned enough, you'll learn. Insulate it. Insulate yourself properly.
Heineken, we can't have you jumping out there like, yo, Jesus, suck his dick. You can't do that.
I'm aware. No, but that's not on him. That's on you.
No, but we spoke about that.
That ain't on him.
Yeah, I've had this conversation with both these guys.
Yeah.
Both these guys, son. I had these conversations with both these
nigga on the
guys.
pod used to be Trump, 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 Trump. And I would be like, yo, why you keep doing that, yo? even if those are your beliefs, have you done the research to see how that belief connects with your audience? Like, is this the audience for that? Like, what are you trying to do?
You're saying too much. You're saying too much.
See? Yeah. I'm just saying, it's a lot of work into podcast. You have to research your audience, know your audience, know what you're talking about, know why you're saying it. It's a lot of work. It's a lot more than just sitting in a fucking seat. For damn sure.
And that's the truth. That's the truth.
No more winging it anymore. You gotta be
Winging it? Oh, you be a fool. You'd be a fool. Why would you be winging it? If you look up, every single company has dished out hundreds and hundreds of millions. Spotify's at almost $1 billion, over $1 billion, and what they've spent in podcasting. You sit somewhere and tell me if you're winging it. Winging it? You play spades and wing it?
Strategy.
Hell no.
Don't play spades with him. Don't play spades with him.
You play chess and
Play
wing
spades
it?
with
Ain't
him.
no way.
Wow.
Don't
Play
wing
spades
it.
with him.
This shit.
We can get the spades game
Don't play spades.
on.
Nah, don't.
This shit is
Master
different.
class.
There's something
And
different going
I
on.
think
I'm
there's something
talking
different going
high-level
on at his
shit,
crib, bro.
And I'm
There's
not.
something different.
Like, when I watch these shows, super pumped, like, I can't wait to, like, that's high level shit.
I brought a Vietnam vet to his crib.
Like, they on there taking votes, having disputes at billion dollar levels, having to find board members to fucking sway a vote, and like, it's nutty. I hope to get there. Like, we just hope to
pass it
get
around.
there, but we just understand the level that we at.
I want to,
You trailblazing for us in real time.
Joe, can I toast up with you real quick? You got your cup? Oh, cups.
Where I put
Cups.
I'm trailblazing for the people that are looking at me, and I'm trying my best to come back and share the information. It ain't a whole bunch of niggas up top that's sharing that information.
No, there's not.
Not at all.
Shout out to Combat Jack.
Rest in peace, Combat.
Rest in peace, Combat Jack.
Shout out to
Reggie
Combat
Jose.
Jack. Podfather, for real.
Listen, your presence is always appreciated. Always. Even though, you kind of keep it at a 6-month distance thing. But
I be watching from far, trying to just see what's going on. You know I critique it from far.
yeah, I always appreciate it.
I critique all the niggas I like from far.
When my phone, Joe, I'm like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Or I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. It's always one of the two of them, you know what I mean?
I'm just calling the niggas I fuck with.
But we just hit 300K subscribers.
Real big.
Thank you.
It's a big
Shout out to all
deal.
the subscribers.
I think 200,000 more, you get some type of plaque, I think.
Yeah? 500,000?
You get a gold
It's got to be $1
plaque.
million?
No, don't do that. There's a half a million plaque.
$500,000 is not having the plaque. It's 100,000 and a
Damn.
million.
Oh.
Yeah.
They switched it up?
10 million after that.
Don't worry, we be there soon.
I wonder, did they get rid of it or did they never have it?
No, they have a 100,000 silver plaque.
I'm almost positive that academics has a 500,000 plaque. But that's from
So we gonna find out.
100,000, 1 million, and 10
We
million.
had 100,000 in 2003, so they
Wow. But we here.
We gonna find out.
Subscribers, man.
We gonna find out.
That's so
We'll see 'em
important,
all.
though.
We,
Those subscribers.
But
What do
we
those
here.
what do those subscribers mean to you, man?
Please believe it, fellas.
Yeah, we gonna get there. We gonna see the whole thing.
Lessons.
That's a big deal.
Yes, it is.
That's extremely important.
What does it mean to me? Separate interests. Throughout all my years of being a battle rapper, people were always trying to convince me that it was the stage and not me. Oh, we pay you this much. It's about the stage. Oh, we can't do that for you because it's, the fans really appreciate this, not you. So to hit this mark, and to notice not many other people who have. It's kind of a testimony of, yeah, right, niggas. Yeah, right.
I didn't want the Ileana Fix My Life version, so let me just clarify myself. How much money is each subscriber worth to you? I'm just always business with me.
How much money is each subscriber?
Yeah.
I'm not at leisure to disclose.
Liberty to discuss.
But how much?
What are you thinking, Joe?
It's priceless.
He's thinking
it's
something else.
priceless.
I already know. He's thinking something else. But say what you thinking, Joe. Say what you think.
Exactly.
Okay, what is the subscribers worth?
I don't know. I asked him that question, and he don't know.
But
But
what are your subscribers worth for you?
I asked him that question. Well, I was in a position where I had to answer that.
Okay.
I asked him that to specifically put him in position where he would have to answer it, not here.
I could answer.
No,
it.
you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. No, you cannot. It is impossible for you to answer it.
How?
Because you don't know the answer to it. You can't answer it because you don't know the answer to it.
But do you know the answer to yours? But that's what I'm trying to
And this is why I don't talk to niggas.
You don't have the answer, but do you have the answer to yours? What are yours worth? So if you got if you got 1 million followers, what are they worth to you?
I know what it was worth when it was time for me to say it. So what I'm asking him, I had to go through myself.
Right.
And that was, hey, in this deal, we want your video to be obsolete. Well, wait, I have 900,000 followers. Subscribers. What does it cost for me to make that obsolete? That's a question. I'm not trying to be funny.
Double, right?
I'm asking.
He don't know.
That's not for me to say.
No,
that's for him. That's for y'all to say.
That's
for him to say.
I
don't know. I don't know, but I know he don't know either.
Because what
he needs to figure it out. Because when the people start coming, we need to have a dollar amount of what we're gonna add.
Because they're
gonna laugh at you because of how streams are calculated.
I understand.
For me, I think I said I might need $1 for every one of them. Or $2 for every one of them.
Gotcha.
That's fair.
Something like that. And even that was.
Well, that means that there's a missing statistic with YouTube.
Because what he just said too, like,
there's a missing statistic.
because they're gonna tell you how to release your videos depending on your contract,
If
right?
they're coming to you,
You
and saying,
find out what it's worth on
we
Patreon.
want control of your video, and we want to dictate your video, and we want your video to not live over here where the entire community is.
How much?
Then what will you say?
How much?
Yeah.
If
You're
he's
gonna say
following
something.
is
They're
this
gonna
$1?
say no, suck my
Is it
dick,
$3 million?
and you'll be stuck with your
but you know-
300,000 people that you're being paid
Joe, why
from
you say-
YouTube on the slight because they not really. Don't get me started there.
Jay.
You have to decide that on your own.
Joe, I already told you my number.
Oh yeah, I knew that. Yeah, your number ain't based off nothing.
I don't care.
That's the problem. That's the problem in podcast land. But that's the issue here. That is a big issue in podcast. Niggas are just pulling. Niggas are hearing people talk. Because everybody talking. And we hearing numbers. And we just, our brains don't know how to compute this shit.
And the people in the building are using scientific
No, they
ways
using
to
data.
compute.
Yeah, they know where they shit's come from. Niggas are just talking. Yo, I'm not doing nothing for less than $2 million. All right, well, where you get that from? Nah, because my impact, because I feel like, no, that ain't how this go. When them niggas, when it's time to present that shit, they ask.
But did you
Let me see all the data now. All of it.
Everything.
I'm gonna sign an NDA, let me see all of it from inception. What do you do here, here, here? They probably know the answer already. But let's just see. Let's get real-time stats. It ain't just talking no more. It's fact-based shit.
So who'd you come in the room with, Joe? Did you come in with your lawyer? Did you come in with yourself, the room to negotiate your money? That room. Who'd you come in the room with? Was it yourself? Was it your lawyer? Was it your team? Who was in the room to make your decision?
No, I wasn't there. That ain't me.
You wasn't even.
You wasn't there
That's
at all.
not my job.
Okay.
It's not my job. I'm a fucking dropout. I'm a dropout, nigga. I've hired people to go through this meticulously and carefully. It's not me walking in. And there's a value to my presence. So when I walk in, it's different. Y'all should have the shit. Y'all should talk before I get there. I'll come in and blow this whole shit up. So, yeah, let's figure it out. But that comes after, I think for me, the negotiation don't come until work is done. Anytime I negotiated, I just did some work. Like, we bust our ass. I didn't go to Complex just wilding out. I sat there for a year, made sure they had the #1 show, saw what they did with that, and then reacted. Same as Spotify. Oh, y'all had the #1 show 2 years in a row. Y'all did that. Nah. Out of here. Like, you got to do the work before you get in a position to negotiate. Mav just sitting running around asking for some astronomical number and don't have no way to prove that that's what he's supposed to get. And ain't done the work to get there yet.
$1.25. That's what each subscriber is worth.
See, have you had fun? you have fun.
That's too low.
You have fun.
That's too low.
Or maybe not, but just somebody got to accept it, or not.
But there's no way to 100% equate it because you have fans that, like, there might be a subscriber who just watches your show. Then there's this subscriber who's gonna buy the merch, and there's a subscriber who's gonna join the Patreon and pay the extra because they want extra fee. There's no way to kind of like.
But they're all quantified.
What
you breaking down, they quantified into
ways
dollars.
there is to describe
There
it.
is. That's what I'm saying. You just quantified
So you take that, you average it out.
I would take the top one
So you got,
and just say
you got
each one of these
5,000
is worth this.
You got 5,000 Patreons at this amount of money.
And you know where that lands me, Joe?
The Joe Budden Network?
No.
No, he's saying a number.
The number.
That number.
Oh.
Yeah.
But now your market is only what the market is. So great that you landed there. I ain't even mad at you. Keep that.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to get it. Which team is paying that?
I'll find out.
He got too much information. But his mannerisms is already telling you, he's giving you the fact.
But that's why I call him Joda.
Because he's not going to tell you to make a move that don't work for you.
Listen, at the same time, Joe's looking.
I look at everything. It's my job.
That's what I'm saying.
I told Rory, you know the most disappointing thing about how everything played out? Everything that y'all doing, y'all could have did. There was nobody stopping you from doing exactly what you're
doing right now.
Actually, had we been in a better place
communication-wise,
that would have helped me.
Yeah.
Like, you niggas don't even know what would be, you niggas don't even know what would add value to something. That's why I had Smoke to be. It's a lot. The things that one person think is cool, the other person might not think is cool. And if we just talking about cool, then what's the value of cool?
Right.
And if we can't come up with that, then fuck, I don't want to talk about it.
But creatives have a hard time with talking about business, and I always say this: you've adopted business and you've gone forward with it. But creatives have a very hard time with talking about business. I come from the management realm first and foremost, so I get business. So the creative side, I know it has to connect, and I know, like they said, the business can free up the creative. But for some reason, when it's the creative side, when they start to talk about business and money, they feel like it takes away from the creative juices, and they avoid the talk.
Because you got 100% of brain
You know
capacity.
what skips all of that? Because you're absolutely right. But you know what just skips it? Ownership.
Facts.
Just own.
If I own something,
own your shit.
I could be as negligent and stupid when it comes to that. If I buy that building right there across the street, and I have no idea about the property value, the appraisal, all this shit on the block, I'm just stupid and I'm out, but I own it. And now something happened, that shit go up. I'm protected. Hey, some new shit came out that said you get paid a different type of way, like streaming. I own it. So stream away. Hey, whatever you come up with,
at least own that.
I'll go learn it on my own, but I own it. Ownership. And when you own something, yeah, that's where me and Crooked Eyes fight comes in at. Hey, Joe ain't taking advances on nothing. I know what comes with an advance.
Right.
Clauses. I read them. No. I got the money, I'll fund it myself, or I'll do the legwork to where nobody else, but I'm not owning something and then going to get, music has made people do that, and then going to give somebody a piece of it because of what they said they could do.
Cause they need money too, Joe. Them niggas be needing money too.
Well,
Joe.
everybody needs money, that's why nobody's wrong.
Okay.
Nobody's wrong. I don't make this decision 10 years ago. Like, I don't talk like this 5 years ago. I don't talk like this 15 years ago. Nobody's wrong in how they doing shit. But if I had somebody to preach to me how important the ownership was, and actually, I'm saying the same thing. I was saying the same thing to Hov that Math is saying to me. Yo, you've been talking ownership all the time. Why didn't you just say it and not put it in a song? He's like, but I put it in a song for my whole career. If you missed that, that's on you. Oh shit, you're right. Maybe it wasn't applicable to me at the time, so I didn't pick it up right. But now, ownership. And if you're not on that, then creative differences. It's not beef, Crooked Eye. We just don't view this the same way. It's not beef, Joel Ortiz. I can't beef with you niggas, I love y'all. I can't beef with them niggas, I love them niggas. But we have creative differences.
Just to clarify.
And I'm not gonna ever get shamed because I run my operation a certain way.
But just to clarify, when you said you were bigger than all of this, you really meant?
I'm not a sellout. There's not a number in the world that could make me turn on my niggas. That narrative's been floating around.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here. That's what I meant. I didn't mean, yo, I'm doing bigger than this little small shit y'all doing like the internet. I don't run off internet stories.
Right.
Dumb niggas know what the fuck I meant. And if they didn't, when I seen them in their face, I told them what I meant.
But you actually saw Joel.
Yeah, I bumped into both of them. We had a great conversation for an hour long. They said how they felt. I said how I felt. Had a clear understanding. And that was that. But I let them know, no, that's what I meant. I'm not never taking a deal that's based on kicking a nigga's back in and going to do that. I rap. I can go find something to rap about. I'm just not doing that, me. I'm bigger than that. I'll never do that.
You rap?
Please.
Niggas try to debate you.
Like, because integrity looks different to different people, right? Like, for me, integrity is I don't have ads on my podcast. That means you can't just come throw a number at me and get me to waiver off my position. For me, integrity is I have this same watch. This when Tahiri turned down that proposal, I went and took that and went and got this watch. Could I go get 1 million watches right now? Of course I can, but I got this same watch because who the fuck cares? It's a $40,000 watch. I worked my whole rap career to want one of these types of watches, and now I can buy it. It don't even matter. But I have the same, that's integrity to me.
Right.
Like integrity, look, all the money that they offered, I told them no. That's integrity to me. Everybody integrity ain't the same. It look different. I'm not judging you for yours. Don't judge me for mine. It's not the same metrics. What you think is cool, I might think is whack. It's different. And I trust me in that spot. Because with the shit I'm seeing from niggas, if you get to the table and somebody say, here's 40 million, start kicking niggas back in, I don't know that integrity would be there.
They're taking that.
I don't know.
Million. We know that. We know that.
Nah.
We know it
I know that by
because we see creative differences. That's why we know it. We're not assuming. We know it because we see people doing what they need to do in their respective field.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's why we know it.
Yeah.
Every podcaster. It's only me that's running around, but that's fine because I'm in a certain boat that everybody ain't in. I might be the only independent podcast at this level. Well, actually, I am the only independent podcast at this level. So people can't speak to what they don't know. They don't know. I didn't know. I was learning in real time. And here we are.
Yo, Space. We taking the audio off Spotify tomorrow.
Why? My audio's on Spotify.
You got a deal for it.
I don't have I don't have a deal for Spotify.
No? You keep it up there?
Yeah.
Joda, you listen.
I took it off when it was time to take it off.
Put it back on.
Took it off in a year. So y'all had to go figure out what y'all had to figure out. Y'all took whatever hit, I took whatever hit. And when everything was settled, I put it back. Yeah.
But you guys worked out something?
You can't beef with a tool. You can't beef with technology.
Right.
That would be stupid. That would be me pissing on myself. Like, my issue was, hey, that was fucked up what y'all did. And because it was fucked up, nah. And we bust our ass over here. We did 2 years #1 Now y'all have 1 million podcasts. I got here, it was just Amy Schumer. Y'all thought she was the great white hope. We came, kicked ass. And y'all still did the wrong thing. Y'all still presented that bullshit contract at the end. Y'all disrespected niggas the whole way. I can't be mad at Rory and Maul. Why? All of us should have been mad. We weren't treated right. And it's only with black people that we say.
This that shit that Kanye
that
was
we
talking
say
about.
up. It was my nigga that did that. You got it. If you think that, I don't want you to participate in nothing I have to offer. And that's where we at. But yeah, niggas should have been mad. We wasn't treated right, and at the end they kicked niggas out, offered niggas some bullshit, told you go figure it out, and brought Joe Rogan in at 100x. We really should be mad. But there's no time to get mad when you got work to do. You got work to do.
You get mad, you get stunning. You're
You
gonna
can't
be
work
right at
when
that.
you're
You're gonna be
mad.
right
You
at that
can't-
same spot. You're gonna
can't
be.
work
It's
when
gonna be
you're
a
mad.
wrap for you.
I can't work when you're mad. And there's nothing to be mad about because everybody's doing what they have to do. Spotify did what they had to do in that moment. I did what I had to do in that moment. The fellas did what they had to do in that moment. The girl pocket, Bridget and them, at the pocket, they did what they had to do in the moment. You can't, we just gotta stop judging everybody. We don't know nobody's situation. That's why COVID was so important, right? And that whole fucking fight was important because, hey, I'm not getting the vaccine. Well, yeah, you're inconsiderate, but the fight is, hey, we don't know nobody's health. We don't know nobody's health.
Right.
So, to be on the safe side, same in podcasting. I don't know nobody's business. I don't know nobody's situation. When I spoke to Crook and Joel, them niggas painted the scene, it was like, I understand what y'all saying. I get where y'all at. I don't see it like that because that's not where I'm at. But if I was there, I see that, man. Go ahead. Have a blast. I'm on a tangent, but
I don't think so.
I think you hitting your jump shots, Joe.
Yeah, you want to nail.
You hitting your jump shots.
I feel niggas though, man. It hurt. It hurt. It hurt when you think you're there. It happens in music a lot. You think you're there, and
I don't
there's
like
more
that.
work to do.
That music is
Always more work
Me
to do.
personally, I don't like that. I don't like
it either, but it's
like
not
that.
up to us.
You
That's
creative.
I
You're
don't give a
not
fuck.
gonna like
I don't give a fuck.
it.
There's a way, bro. There's a way. Niggas just
You
gotta
are
figure it out.
creative. You're not.
There's a
gonna
way,
like
man.
it,
We need to
man.
go to a fucking streaming platform in Africa or something, bro. Like, this shit ain't working out, bro.
Well, everybody has a different way. I mean, and everybody's paid a different way. There's mad different ways. Like, there is no wrong way. That's what I had to learn in that network shit, right? Like, I can give you my advice because I worked and I did it and I kind of have a good understanding of this, but if you don't believe it. Like, and if you want to try something different, then you try something different.
We flying to Johannesburg tomorrow.
Bet. Let's do it.
I'm not going to ever let Airbnb call and say, hey, I'll give you $500 to promote Airbnb on your podcast. Wait a minute, no,
the
you're
fuck
Airbnb.
out of here. Yeah, Airbnb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't say that. Don't say that. I'm the only podcaster that does that.
What?
That don't
That
take
says no?
ads.
You're not the only.
I'm the only podcaster that does that. I
That's
said
not
it.
true.
I said it.
Why?
Research. Who else?
Why is that?
I don't be taking bullshit situations from nobody. I know we not on a, but I don't
Thank
do
you,
that.
Nav. I'm talking about the people that are in this boat. I am the only person that does that.
But why
The
do you
only
do
one.
it? Why?
Integrity.
What is okay? But the integrity. What's your strategy? Where's the other
I'm not
money
telling you
coming
that.
from?
It's nothing. I'm not telling you that.
Come on,
Why would I tell you?
Enjoy your new name.
Why would I tell you that?
Matt called it. Joda.
There's no reason for him to say that.
Thank
There's
you,
no
man.
reason for him to say
There's
that.
no reason for me to say
Especially
that.
like Lot, there's no
Because
reason.
where it come from, for me, ain't like niggas got to figure out. Where,
I just thought it was
where
a
comes
regular.
from.
I didn't think that it was a strategy that you would need to keep. I thought it was just an idea.
No,
like,
but it's-
like
it's-
this
it's
is
a-
why
Oh
I'm
no, it's
doing it.
purposely done.
It's dependent on so many different. It's what I tell artists when I'm consulting. Your leverage is not the same as his leverage. You can't pull off what he pulled off. You can't. You don't have the numbers to back up the thing you're asking for. So if I told you what this other guy was doing and how he did it, and you tried to implement that
Yeah. It
formula,
wouldn't matter.
you crash and
Yeah,
burn.
that's
You
not
land
on
face
that
first,
level. That's
and
why I
then
don't
you
give
be
that
looking
advice.
at me like I fed you the bullshit.
like
you
you said
think
something
that I did it to you because you tried to do what this dude did.
Understood.
Yeah.
All right.
But it definitely is purposely done. What else you
Smoke
guys?
this.
This was great. This was
Is it-
productive.
Very productive.
Very productive.
Absolutely.
Oh shit, it's 1 o'clock.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, it's 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
Anything you want to promote? Yo, you got some more of that weed, bro?
Of course I got some.
Yeah.
Undisputed, we in all dispensaries in California. You know what I mean? Go get that Personal Party Podcast, subscribe. Fucking Full Court Press, the album coming out this Friday. Well, shit, I don't know when it's coming out.
Congratulations on that, Dizzo.
Me, Wiz Khalifa, Big Crit, group album.
Fire!
I'm excited about
Yo,
that.
I heard like 10 cuts now, really.
That sounds exciting.
Cool.
Nah,
That's dope.
It's dope. It's dope.
Mac.
Section 2, Come See Me Tonight, available everywhere right now. Racing up the charts. Salute to that boy. He's doing his thing. Dot Demo from Out of the Bronx. Album 9300 out right now. And The Combine, definitely The Combine. Shout out to them. Ambition in stores right now. Viper Records.
Bag Fuel. That's one.
Bag Fuel.
My expert opinion.
My expert opinion. It's two.
And we also got to talk to you about something.
Oh, man.
Oh, something big. Trust me.
Let's do it. Shout out to Havoc.
Oh, yeah.
Have Hop. I don't know what we calling it, but stay tuned.
Have Hoff?
Have Hoffa. That would be
Shout
crazy, right?
Oh, we good.
I don't have anything to promote.
Nothing to promote.
Joe Budden podcast?
The 100th episode, though.
I got a shout out.
Yo, listen.
Matt, I
His
got
new name is Joda.
Joe.
It's my old name now.
Who was calling you Joda before that?
Nigga.
Man, get the fuck out of here. I'm pointing it. Joda, you heard? My expert opinion, we out of here.
It's Hoffa, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars, I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work, you heard. Making fiends leave earth, you heard. Got your baby mama thirst, you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This